and how I'm being perceived is different because I thought I've been working the room and
Thought you was pursuing?
I've been making sure that I want everybody to feel my energy.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do much different.
Yeah.
Just in life in general.
Yeah.
Things have become.
Hey guys, and welcome to Little Black Butt 91. See what doesn't like the camera that close. I'll talk to you guys obviously about Ready to Love. Listen, this latest episode that went out was interesting. Alonzo and our brother Dominique were at the bottom too this week. Alonzo was on the bottom because he made no other connections and he was loving his girl out loud that the woman said they need to send him home. Interesting. And then obviously Dominique, unfortunately, he's just not been connecting with anybody at this moment. I mean, and unfortunately, he was also in the bottom two as well. And in the end, he had to go. So, this episode was quite interesting. We had Alonzo and William talking with an ex as well. We heard that, with Patrice, and that was quite an interesting conversation. We got to see Mika, Tommy, because Mika doesn't have no exes that she can bring to the table. It was given Jeffrey, can't lie to you, all over again. Can't bring no exes to the table. So that was interesting to say the least as well. And then we also had Vanessa, Chaz, Thomas, Dominique situation 2. I don't know. That one, yeah, I'm not sure. But Chaz seems to be in everybody's business. Maya, Justin Williams. Listen, sounds like an absolute boy band there. But Maya, Justin Williams. The ex-boyfriend of Maya, who Maya said I think she thinks that he's still in love with her. You know what? Listen, if anybody ever gets a chance to say they think you still love her, you just have to trash the whole relationship. Just trash it. Yeah, don't let them drag you for the mud like that. You know what I'm saying? Spoiling your market like that on national television, telling you that you're still in love with her, fam. Yeah, come on, think about it. She's mashing up your market, bro. You know what I'm saying? Too, you just gotta trash that relationship from now on. Okay, trash it. Whenever anyone asks you about her, you say, "Listen, she's trash." You know what I'm saying? To you, I'm playing. I'm even teachers. But that was also an instant conversation as well. The discussion about money came up. As well. We have Rashina, Chaz, and Chris. I'm not gonna lie to you. I know you lot thought your first impression when you saw Chris. I know you thought what you thought. I know you saw, and you was like, because I was like, when I first saw it, I said, I thought that was a anyway. And then obviously there was that conversation.
Wait. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What was our thoughts? Jay and I are confused. I think Sean's confused too.
What? Rashina, Chaz, and Chris?
I'm highly confused because you thought Chris was what?
What do we think Chris was?
What? What do you think he was? What?
I really have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, then do you know what? It doesn't matter then. So obviously,
no.
Chaz and Chris.
In my head. That wouldn't exist. Hold up, run that back. Run that back. Run that back. You alone on this?
It's pretty difficult to put into words how disgusted I am, how depressed I am.
You alone.
Y'all gonna leave me alone.
This is your second wild theory, but let him finish cooking.
Rashina's ex and Rashina's ex and so the Chaz and the Chris conversation was very interesting. And then we had Luron, Justin, and Mika. Apparently Mika doesn't like boys that play games. Hey, I'm here to back Luron up, yeah? If I make enough money, there's no way you can tell me I can't take a day off to play my video games. How dare you think that I'm childish for doing that? I will be childish if I'm going to take a day off to play my video games if I want to. Okay? I make enough money to do so. That's the whole point of doing work, so you can take a day off. Okay? But I understood what Mika meant. She's been triggered. Her ex-boyfriend didn't do shit, so I understand. All right, cool. Then you obviously have Alonzo and Patrice. Love their date, can't lie to you. The date was, very lovely to see. And it just like, Alonzo looked like he's taking it seriously. Like he really is feeling her, you get me? And I'm not mad at it, you know what I'm saying to you? I said it looked like the brother was taking it serious. So that's a quick rundown of this episode as well. Again, guys, if you are new to the channel, make sure you like, share, subscribe, click on the bell button. For those of you who also are members, shout out to you, those who are members. You know what? It's been a great last few days, y'all. We have almost 500 members. Shout out to the Another Round, Seaway. Shout out to El Cid as well. Mr. Don't Play. There's a few other people also. Aries, Luron. They also sponsored a lot of people who are now members of this channel as well. So God bless you guys for doing so. And we need another 40 more to get to 500, guys. I think we can do it. You know what I'm saying to you? I think we can do it. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to get it done this month. Another 50 members, get us to 500. God bless us. All right, cool. Listen, let's get into this conversational piece of Ready to Love, okay? Let's get into this conversational piece of Ready to Love. I got my blue hoodie back. I'm ready to go rounds, okay? All right. Let's start at the very beginning. Okay, let's start at the very beginning. All right, I'm gonna pass it to the delectable Sean, Alonzo and William. I got my rest on that, coach. Listen, Alonzo and William met Patrice's ex, and it was a very tasty conversation, full of flavor, and full of different conversations and questions in there. Want to get your thoughts? What did you think about that particular conversation between Alonzo, William, and Patrice's ex as well? What did you observe? What did you see? What do you want to add to the conversation, Captain?
Yeah, no, I thought it was a good conversation that they had. I think the ex asked some really good questions. I like that he, said that, after he, his relationship with Patrice, he was now ready to, ready to be married, and he is now married. So, Patrice sounds like she's solid. And I think it's also, it's a word to the wise. We also talk about love is blind. It's a, don't judge a book by its cover. Because when I saw old boy come on the scene, with the face tats and all of this, I kind of, I might have prejudged him a little bit, but he had some solid questions. He asked them what they didn't like about Patrice, which I think was a good question to get them thinking. Neither of them really had some good answers, but other than that, I think he had some good thought-provoking questions, and it seems like he had good banter back and forth with Patrice. And also, hey, it motivated us to see a decent date that Alonzo put together for Patrice. So those are my thoughts.
Appreciate that as well. Thank you. Seaway. I see no way but Seaway. Told me.
You know what some of these ex dates highlighted were actually how unserious, and I'm gonna last name first said it, how these exes were more serious than the next. I mean, that's the comment right there, because I think the exes kind of highlighted how I would say subpar these nexts are. But I will say that I do like I think it was what's her name? Liz had a married ex on the show way back when. I love when they're married or in a serious relationship. I think they do a better job of asking better questions and getting to the nitty-gritty without coming off like they still want to be with you. So I really did like how he was asking that, what do you like? What do you don't like? I thought Lonzo's don't like was normal. I did struggle with Will's don't like. I was really confused. I think he kind of went left with the whole I don't like that she tans. And what I really liked though was that what the ex said. I was like, this ex, I like him a lot. He said, how yo don't like gonna be about her personal preferences. And I was like, I just love a man that ain't trying to tell women what to do with their skin, their hair, their nails, their clothes. I was like, I really like this guy. This guy has figured out that you don't need to be telling women what to do with themselves. They have enough stuff to worry about than worrying about trying to please your every whim with all of their stuff. So I really like that. I just didn't follow. I know he tried to explain that, oh, he's adopted, so he wants to make sure that people, love themselves. But I think that explanation kind of fell flat. That was kind of weird. But I like the ex. And I like how he bigged Patrice up. And I can tell by his respect for Patrice that she is a good person. What she's doing, though, with Lonzo is still confusing. I mean, they look like they have fun together, but Patrice just seems so much more mature than Lonzo, and Lonzo is still very unserious. So we're going to see, what comes of that. Will, I really didn't see it for. William, I really didn't see it for. So. That's my thoughts.
Go for it, Jay.
Though Patrice said that this ex that she almost instantly regret inviting this ex, I think that was the best person for her to invite, because this is an ex that really has her best interest at heart. You know, he didn't play about her. He didn't like when Alonzo made the comment that she's in the. I checked around in the streets and she got a good name in the streets or whatever. He was looking at that man like you could say one more word and it's a wrap. Okay, he had very good questions. Of course, she gonna start now. she never fails. She never fails. He had very good questions for the guys. I like the fact that he didn't just address the questions to the men. He also posed a question back to Patrice. Alonzo, unlike you, C-Way, didn't think his answer was a very good one because you don't like what you do. That was weird as heck to me. Like, you do this stuff and you say that I do it too, you know, but I don't like it. That's your don't like of her. That was crazy. And I do feel like both men were projecting in the moment. AW said it best. William was definitely projecting some of his childhood insecurities on her when she made the tanning comment. And I can get it. You know, you want somebody to love themselves that you're with. But if she just feel like she want to be a little bit more chocolatey, let her be a little bit more chocolatey. You know, ain't nothing wrong with it. She never said she don't like her black skin. She's actually trying to get darker. You know, so let her have her glow. Be there and love her for that. It was interesting to see that anger was her thing, or the way he responds to anger for William was her big deal with him. And we all know that unseriousness with Alonzo was going to be a big deal pretty much with any woman, because nobody knows when he's joking and playing. And y'all met my sister, like the middle one. She's one of those type of people that jokes and play, but when she's serious, you know she's serious. And that's the thing is, if I'm dating you, I want to know when you're being serious and when you're not. I don't want to have to keep questioning if we are like joking right now, or if I could joke back with you, because a lot of times when a person jokes a lot, when the jokes become a real topic or a real sensitive spot for that person, now they're in their feelings and they got an attitude with you, but the whole time you were just playing. You was just, you know, joking back with them. So I don't care for a person that likes to give jokes but can't dish them or take them back. Let me put it like that. So when he said that that's a problem for him, it's like, then you need to stop. You, sir, need to stop. But I like Joe.
Happy to see you, says will we feel the same way if she was bleaching? No. Because I think the history is different. The context is different. So no.
A person of the light skin delegation, if you know how many times we changed throughout the season or whatnot. So if I want to keep my summer glow, which I don't tan because I don't like the artificial look, but it's a process of keeping your summer glow. In the winter, I go all the way white. So if I don't get no sunlight, if I'm in cold areas, that's why I don't like New York and all that stuff. Well, y'all know, y'all gonna be like, who is that white girl over there? It's gonna be me. It's gonna be me. So yeah.
I got a confession. I almost went to the tanning salon before we went to Jamaica.
I thought you went.
No.
You seen them legs. You seen them legs. See where he didn't go.
You supposed to get up the leg.
Especially after my cancer experience, I say, yeah, I'm not going to sit in that booth. And there's a tanning salon right in my complex. I walked right there and I was like, yeah, no, I'm not going to be able to do it. But yes, I literally almost booked the section. So,
because sometimes
why did you want to do it?
Sometimes your skin just looks uneven.
My legs were pale. My legs, my chest, my arms were pale as heck.
We be a walking rainbow, so we be trying to even it out.
Yeah,
Listen,
yeah,
even
you have to
Ocho,
even your color out.
Even Ocho, I mean, was it Ocho or Shannon Sharp? One of them two kept talking about they go tan. Ocho Cinco, and he dark as heck. He want to even it out before he get out there.
Yeah, it's stuff be ugly when your neck don't match, or like your arms don't match, or your face.
I hear that.
Yeah, sometimes you just want to the light skin big toe. He was trying to avoid me talking about that big toe and them legs. That's what he was trying to do. Yeah, I think tanning is for evening the color. I know a lot of people who do that. So, and like Jay said, sometimes in the winter, if you get too light, people think you're ill. And they'd be asking you, are you sick? Is there something wrong? Because they're used to seeing you a certain color. They think something's wrong. So sometimes people just like to whatever. So.
I mean, personally, listen, I totally understand what you guys are saying. I did understand where William was coming from. Doesn't mean he's right. I understood where he's coming from. Doesn't mean he's right. I understood his dislike for it. But again, of course, at the end of the day, she is free to do what she wants to do. If she wants to tan, I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. But I also understand what he meant, you know, in terms of loving yourself and wanting her to, maybe he was projecting, feeling like, you know what, your color is beautiful, your skin tone is beautiful, love it as it is. You know what I'm saying too? And maybe that's the kind of message he was coming from because of where he was coming from. And yeah, probably was projecting because, you know, like he said, he's coming from a particular background where maybe he's had to fight to be loved for who he is. And maybe he saw something in Patrice and felt like, hey, look, you know what? I want you to love you for you too. And you know, your skin tone is beautiful. You don't need to tan. Maybe that's what he was thinking. You know what I mean? I think that's what he was trying to explain. But, you know, I mean, I also get, like I said, it's not necessarily for him to dictate, but I don't think it was wrong for him to say what he said. But I think it's not for him to dictate. At the end of the day, she can do what she wants. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's a bit like your girl saying, "I don't like your haircut." That's your business. If I want his haircut, I'm gonna get his haircut. What you gonna do now? Right? Yeah, I love myself enough. You know what I mean? So I also I get what you guys are saying as well.
You want me to take a step back? You want me to take a step back? I ain't taking a step back.
Now she getting told her back from his early days.
Jimmy? That's a Jimmy.
Yo, that's Jimmy for me.
You want me to take a step
Jimmy
back?
for you.
Is that what you want? I ain't doing it.
I ain't doing it.
When he hit with that, I was whoa.
I was like, oh, Jimmy got some Negro in him. What is this?
I had a toothbrush in his mouth too. He said,
like,
I ain't doing it.
I ain't doing it.
Set her up for the whoop-de-whoop.
That was funny as hell. That's just a side note. My Miss Misha voice.
Shout out to
that
Jimmy.
was funny.
Oh my gosh. Were you gonna say something, Sean? Sorry. Or Jay. So Jay, go for it. Jay.
I was gonna say one thing that I did like though is that William's ability to explain himself in the matter. You know, if somebody misunderstands you, I like the fact that he can sit and flush it out. That's like a good trait to have. You're gonna have to work on that anger thing because we know the stigma with military men and anger. So we gotta work on that. But I do respect the fact he said that's something you got to give people that disclaimer. Like if you're the type that needs to calm down, just tell people, hey, listen, I need my 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever it could be, to let me regroup and regain myself, and then we can come back and have a civilized conversation. So,
I'm definitely hearing that. That's real words. Anyone else wanted to add to that particular date between Patrice, Alonzo? Question: how do we feel? Sorry, let me ask a question. I think it was my notes. Where's it gone? I don't think I put it in notes. God damn it. The notes went. I think I had a question, and I can't remember what the question was. It was to do around with the X situation, but I can't remember. I'll probably come back later on. All right, cool. If you finish that one, we can move it on to next scene that we saw. It was to do with Mika and Tommy. No, I'll pass that because they haven't come out there. Vanessa, Chaz, Thomas, and Dominique. So Vanessa, Chaz, Thomas, and Dominique. Yeah, we want to get your perspectives on that. Vanessa, Chaz, Dom, and Tom. What's your perspectives on this? Who wants to go first? You know I'm going to be annoying the deacon today, so if I keep saying delicious and delectable, you know what I mean?
You give DJ Envy.
Delectable deacon.
You giving that DJ Envy and Charlotte.
I have no shame whatsoever. Delectable deacon, go for us. Go on. You won't get a triple D at this point.
It takes two to tango, and Charlemagne and DJ Envy tango. It's a one-man show over here with Kojo by himself. Nevertheless, who are we talking about? Oh, Vanessa, right? Yeah, she's always singing "Surprise, Surprise." She don't know what's going on. Lovely lady. As Aretha Franklin says, anybody that watches Speedy Mormon, he always says beautiful gowns, and that's when somebody's boring. And Vanessa's beautiful gowns. She's very boring. She's very, very boring. And I think she needs to. I need Jay to relax because I'm not sure what in the Angela Yee just hilarious is going on here, but I need this to stop expeditiously. I need this to stop.
Wait, Shad, though, do you think that was her friend, or do you think that was like when old dude from the DC season, the one who's dating Sabrina, brought that fake date?
Walter.
I don't think that was a real date.
You don't think that was her? Oh, that's an interesting take. Yeah, that's an interesting take. It could be, I could be with you on that. That might have just been like a good best friend because the energy really wasn't there. And I think that if it wasn't, then that just means that's simply how Vanessa is, because she's like here all the time. So we can't really tell other than Chaz that she really likes somebody. And she's always surprised when, things come out on the table. But so Dominique, I don't know how Dominique and Vanessa got entangled enough to be at a date with one of her exes. I didn't get a whole lot from this one. Sorry.
I definitely hear you. Jay, talk to us.
Yeah, I'm on the page at Seaways. I have chalked this up that this is a friend that they might have gone out to the movies, played Dutch, a couple of little dinner dates or whatever. Mom is a co-worker. Ain't no way. Like, she all in the business. So if y'all ain't trying to go to marriage, this ain't going nowhere. And so I think they had 2 dates at the most. Remain friends after that. And that's it. That's all this was given with Thomas. Thanks, shout out to El Cid for noticing that Chaz brought 2 bouquets of flowers. I don't know who the other one was for, so not sure where he was going with that one. But Dominique didn't bring none, so maybe it was a backup for Dominique. So there's that. The reason why I don't believe these 2 have anything serious, because when Dominic brought up the situation about intimacy and being friends afterwards, I got confused on their response because it sounded like they never been intimate or whatnot. Y'all can clarify it. I don't listen to different people do different things.
They were talking. They realized it wasn't going nowhere, and then they cut it off. That was like the loophole. Like, I think
so yeah, they're friends.
Yeah, I'm like, y'all are friends.
This ain't a relationship. So this is a relationship that never happened. I don't know who this person is. So you and Mika need to get together or whatever. I mean, at least she brought somebody. She at least brought something. So I'll give her that much credit. But yeah, I was like, Dom, obviously you're projecting now. Because if you can't be friends with none of your exes, that's a personal PP for you, and you need to work on that yourself. Chaz, again, is just giving the politicians answers to everything. And so when Thomas got at the end and was just like, well, you like Chaz, so I'm just going to go with Chaz, that said it all for me. Because Thomas is like, you like what you see, and that's all you listening to. He come ready-made for you, and I'm after 47 years, he better be ready-made for somebody. So there's that.
Seaway, go for
it. Poor Dominique was giving Rashina vibes on this day. He was just there. He was legit just there. I don't even know what he was doing that whole entire day. He was just saying stuff. But yeah, like I said earlier, that was not it's confirmed even by their own admission. They weren't like exes, so you're not getting that energy. And he also just didn't seem invested. I think that's the biggest problem. He didn't seem invested in asking any type of real questions. Like, he should have asked Chaz, why are you 47 and single? Like, what is your last relationship? Why are you this attractive, but you weren't ready to love as a man with money? Like, there's just a lot of things that I just kind of would have asked. Like, what do you like about Vanessa? Where do you see y'all future going? Like, how does she fit into your life? Like, anything. He really just didn't. He didn't really ask anything. So he just didn't seem like he cared. So there's that. I don't know, but Vanessa she's gonna learn to I can't say today, but she's gonna learn next week. That Chaz is an interesting one. So we're gonna see. Boring date though.
Listen, yeah, I hear you. Look, I mean, Vanessa, Chaz, Thomas. I mean, it was interesting, right? Because I think Dominique and Chaz, I think, slightly are two sides of the same coin. And I say that because I feel like, Dominique's got that street smart, but he's a bit suave, but with a gentleman, right? I think Chaz has, he probably thinks I'm onto him, but for me, Chaz puts up a masquerade mask. I ain't buying it. I'm not buying this great, fantastic guy who's just amazing and just so lovely and nice. I'm not buying it. Yeah, underneath that is the mask that I'm seeing from Dominique as a real face. You know what I mean? So I think I think they're two guys of the same ilk. Now obviously that particular date, I mean, Dominique was obviously saying that, he wants marriage and to be a father. Chaz obviously said he's looking for a wife. A different type of connection he has with Vanessa is spiritual, he said even at one point as well. So I don't know. There wasn't, interesting enough, there's not much information when you're getting these dates, which is what I wanted to see. I want to see more questions being asked, or more of the editing, bringing out more of the, more of the more about them. And I feel like there wasn't much information given. You know what I mean? It's like buying a burger when you see the juicy marketing and it looks like a double whammy, and you get there and it's flat. This is how I feel like about what they give you a little bit of the preview. And you're like, oh my God, it's been amazing. You get there and it's like a squished down patty and it's really small. And I just felt like that's how they do these particular episodes. But with the Vanessa, Chaz, and Thomas, yeah, you're right. I think first and foremost, Thomas, if Thomas got a chance, it was when they were 5. Okay, no offense. Just I ain't even trying to bug it. Maybe 5 or 15. It was before she discovered who she was. Okay, all right, and she tried it. It was cool, but she ain't trying. That wasn't her. Okay. Now here's my thing also about Vanessa. I think Vanessa also has a mask. I think she plays this very coy, smiling, very churchy, almost kind of preppy kind of gal. When I really feel like, and excuse my English, all right, she just wants to just tear that mask off and become her alter ego and just go dark with it. You know what I mean? Like I feel like Vanessa's got way more color about herself, and I feel like she needs someone to kind of pull that out of her, or well, I'd rather say she needs somebody that's going to allow her to bring that side out of her, because right now it's very preppy and very, pristine and very mum-like, but it's given there's a freak underneath there. And I don't mean just in sex, I mean just in general, like it's given as someone who's got more to offer, you know what I mean? So I don't know, I just felt like there's gonna be more to offer. Maybe that's why she chose someone like Dominique as well, because maybe he's got a bit of that ability maybe to bring that a little bit out of her, because both Dominique and Chaz are very similar. So yeah, I just felt like there's more for her to give. I don't know, so maybe that's why she chose those two, because yeah, I'm not seeing it at this point in time. Moment. Yes, Seaway.
Yeah, Vanessa gives me, I know when I compare her to this person, you guys are gonna pitch a fit, but like hear me out. Vanessa she gives me like the Beyonce vibe, where like Beyonce's actual persona in public, she doesn't talk to us, she doesn't give interviews, she's actually kind of boring and blah, like if you really think about it. But you can tell that her life with the people that she loves, with Tina, with Jay, with her family, she does have something there. But every time she's in public, she almost has like bland, sometimes people even say Beyonce has like dead eyes, like you can't really get to her, you can't really figure out what she's about. That's why it's hard for her to sell products and brands, because it's hard to connect in that way. Vanessa has that. I do think there is something there. I just feel like there's a select group of people who are going to get it, and everybody else is getting whatever she's putting out right now, which just isn't landing. It isn't connecting. I don't think it's connecting on TV, and I wonder if it's connecting in person. But I will also say, Coach, I agree. There was a time where I feel like we got some character development on Ready to Love. Like that whole Jason and Liz thing got so deep because we knew about Jason, we knew about Liz, we knew about we were invested in the triangle of it all. Like we were invested. I think everything started going downhill this season. The DC season, where people were just plopped in the middle of the season and there was no character development. I feel like since then it's been very we don't know these people at all. Like we really don't. So it's hard to analyze who Vanessa is, who is Chaz, who is we don't know. So that's why they're all in the comments trying to plead their case, because we don't know them. They're not even trying to, the producers aren't trying to help us understand them as people. So I think that's the problem. I agree with you, Kojo.
With the little bit that we do know, why are these two men here? Because when the question of the friend who clearly don't know Vanessa gonna ask, what about marriage to y'all? Because if he knew Vanessa, and I'm pretty sure if they dated, that's probably the reason why they ain't going no further, because he probably looked like he looked like the type that want marriage or whatever. He gonna ask him about marriage. Both these men sat here in our face and said they want marriage. She don't want it. Not no time soon, at least. So you right. Y'all both right on the character development and everything. Even if we wanted to believe that her and Chaz really had a shot, we should have got a lot more of seeing them together to make us believe that they can work it out past the fact that she don't really want marriage in the time frame that he does. Or this thing with Dominic, we already know that we really just seeing him because they gonna take him off the show this time. But who does these connections come from? This man don't even want to drive to the people for the show. So y'all could just put him off with Greg or whatever that boy name was in the beginning. I don't know how he made it this far in the first place, to be honest.
Thank you, Jay. Anyone else want to add to that? No? All right, cool. Let's move it on from them then. Let's move it to now Maya Justin Williams. Sounds like a very great name. Can't lie to you. So Maya Justin Williams situation. This was a very rich conversation. But sorry, it's late. And obviously, the ex of Maya, she said that he still fancies her, or still has feelings for her, sorry, and that, Justin apparently, might not be able to afford Maya on his salary. And William said, listen, I got it. Don't worry about me. I got my main income and I got other incomes coming in. Don't worry about it, man. We're going to spend this retirement fund, okay? So, yeah, I want to get you guys' thoughts because, the ex put a little bit of heat in there. He asked some good questions, he asked put a little heat in there and stuff. What's you guys' thoughts on this situation? Maya Justin Williams, talk to me. Talk to me about the situation.
I'm going to start. I love this ex. This was maybe one of my favorite exes that has been on Ready to Love. He was doing the Lord's work. He was asking the right questions. He was invested enough without coming off like he wants Maya right now. I can tell that he still has feelings, but his questions were legit. Him asking Will, because Will talk about he wants marriage to be forever and he's been married twice. That's a good question. We need to get down to why these last two weren't forever. That was a solid question that I don't think anybody's asked yet. That was phenomenal. And then putting it out there hey, let's be realistic. Maya is a woman that has a particular type of, lifestyle that she used to. I see that you're an educator. Can you keep up? Good question. And, shout out to Justin. He has his lane and he stayed in it. He said, I don't make 100K. So what's up? And dude nah, that may not be enough, buddy. fantastic conversation. Like, we ain't got to be offensive. We ain't got to do nothing. Like, let's just get down to the nitty gritty so nobody is upset later, you know? So I really like how he kind of said, look, Maya's a great person. She's a great girl. She's one of one. She's fantastic, but she likes this, and this. She used to a certain lifestyle. And I thought it was good that they put that out there, because those are real life things that need to be understood. So I thought this X was pretty good. I'll let y'all talk. I'll circle back. I have more, but y'all go ahead.
Well, I don't know I ain't got a problem with her lifestyle. If she lives a certain way to her capabilities, match her energy. You know what I'm saying? That's what I kind of got from a lot of it. But when Justin comes in and asks what you had to deal with, and the ex says she's spoiled, I'd like to know what spoiled means. Because is she spoiled with time? Is she spoiled with she need money? Is she spoiled with just like all types of things? And how does she act when she don't get what she wants? What does that mean? Because a lot of times with spoiled comes with a negative connotation. So it's like, do she act out when she don't get her way? Is she gonna be a problem? Like, is she just gonna up and leave you if you don't get what she want? Is she gonna be unappreciative? Is $30 not gonna be good enough for lunch for Maya? You know what I'm saying? I just need to know. That's some questions. That's why Justin was over there asking. He need to be asking. Now, why he was so worried about why the ex keep bringing up the finances, bruh, he trying to tell you, if you ain't got it right, don't waste your time or her time. Just move the heck on, because ain't no romance without the finance. So just keep pushing. And your salary ain't making it. Just cut your losses right here. Keep going. Now, Will, I understand you got the retirement pension, or if you got whatever you still got going on in the reserves. I understand you got multiple streams of income, but you also got multiple streams of people eating off of you too, because you got like 3 kids and boys at that. So that's a lot. That's a lot. And it sounds like Maya requires a lot. So yeah, I don't know how that's gonna work. I just don't know how that's gonna work. You know what I'm saying? You might have to get with the ex and borrow some of his income too, so y'all can make it happen. I don't know. So I'm not mad at a person having standards. I'm never mad at a woman having her standards or whatnot. And she never presented herself as, I need you for your money. Now, we definitely know she wants you if you got some money, but she never just presented herself in such a way. So I'm not mad at her. But also, when y'all was talking about people and they mask, I think Maya wears a very strong mask too. I ain't seen the real Maya yet, even in this moment. So I'm just like, I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting for that woman to come out, because it's such a beautiful girl. Money can't be the only reason why you out here single, because there's a bunch of rich, eligible people that will probably talk to her or whatnot. So there must be something else going on.
I'm gonna tell you what it is. Her pick is broken. Because when I see that old boy come there with that weed lip, I was like, yeah, he looked like, you smoking so much that your lip done burnt. Yeah, she like them hood niggas, Forgive my French. I usually don't even use the N-word. Just crept up in me, see? But, yeah, I think that's her problem. She like a little flash, a little cash. She probably been, messing with, some of the cats that make a little fast money. I think that's what it is. Unfortunately, she's a sweet girl, but she's like, don't tell it all. Don't tell my secrets, and that's the thing about Maya. She's, she's like a little siren. She has the eyes, she's beautiful, nice shape. Her body is doing everything it needs to do, right? But after a few dates, she's going to say, okay, I'll tolerate the Cheesecake Factory. I'm not going to be the girl that's going to yell at you and throw a fit at the Cheesecake Factory. But after date 2, date 3, what are we doing? What are we doing? Where are we going? I need to understand. So yeah, that's what I think with Maya. I think that the old boy did ask a couple of good questions though. I can't hold him. He wasn't a throwaway, but I don't see her with William. I'm sorry. William and his multiple streams of income he needs to stick to the rivers and the lakes that he's used to. He needs to not be swimming in Maya's pond. He's out of his realm, you know. And like a lot of people said in the chat, I still didn't understand, where's Luron in this? Did they edit him out? Did they block him from not coming to this? Like, what happened? Because I would have assumed that he would have been there, because I know lifestyle to lifestyle, they have a whole lot more in common.
Can I ask a question? Is it seen as a problem if you have all of your exes on block? Because in the ladies' lounge, she was like, "Who do I need to unblock? Because all of hers is on block. Mika ain't got none." Like, is that a problem?
I don't think all your exes should be blocked. I think that's a little weird if all of them are blocked. You may have one that needs to be blocked. I do agree, Jay. But I was thinking about a deck, like if I had to do this show, who would I bring? I only got like one or two I probably could bring. I got some ones from back in the day that would come. But then, like, what's the point of you coming? You can't speak on me for the last, like, 10 years.
Yeah, for real.
So it's, like, weird bringing those people, but I got, like, one I could bring. Maybe two.
Yeah. And I think, you know, the old boy was helping Justin out big time. First of all, can we be honest too about Justin? Justin is the most unserious person in this whole entire cast. He's the most unserious. We all know about Alonzo and his antics. Yeah. We see him coming. But Justin is the most unserious. All he's gonna do is just run through all these women and play if they're not smart enough to see him coming. But he ain't doing nothing but playing. When he sat with his friend on the last episode talking about, I need to figure out who's going to be what for what, you know, if it's going to be serious or not, bro, you're playing. So I'm not sure. And I just get upset. I got to call out the fellas because y'all come on ready to love. And I get tired of hearing all the ladies, ain't no good options. There's kids in the dating pool and blah, 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 blah. And then we get guys that come on and they play. He's totally unserious. You know what I mean? So I'm not talking about his salary. I could care less. I think, you know, you could be stable. You just need to find your lane. It's still not Maya, but you need to find your lane, but don't be unserious. And I just feel like he's very unserious with his whole attitude, his demeanor, what his intentions are.
Yeah, and I think the problem is, Sean, is that I'm glad you said that as a man. I think women not clocking that Justin is probably the most unserious on this show, maybe with the exception of Chaz, because they're both floating in that same lane of unseriousness, is how you get caught up, because Justin actually appears like he wants a relationship, that he's ready to love, whatever. And that's the dangerous part. Actually, the surprising part is that Luron, Lonzo, Dominique, William, all these people are actually, I believe, looking for a relationship if they can find one. If they can find one. Chaz, Justin are looking for a good time, not a long time. That's just what it is. And I think what makes Justin more outrageous is the fact that he's really parading as if he's serious. And he's not. Because if he was, he wouldn't be running behind Mika. And he would
like he's serious, because that man told us last week he trying to see if somebody's a cut buddy or gonna be a girlfriend. So he ain't parading. That's Chaz that's parading.
He doing that in the green screens of it all. He ain't telling these people
that again in this episode too.
He's worse.
You know? Just kidding. But no, listen, yeah, I mean, look, I think Justin William connection, you know, William's a bit more mature, so he handled the questions a little bit, probably a bit better than Justin. You know, I think when the questions were coming, William's got a bit more experience. He was able to kind of, you know, hit the ball out the park, as they say, with a bit more ease, you know, in that situation. But, you know, the ex saying that she's a little bit spoiled, yeah, at that point, I just said, Justin, bow out now. okay? Because you're not here to spoil her. You're gonna end up broke, okay, and hurt. So I just said, listen, that's not a situation for him. That's where he needs to bow out. It's unfortunate. I always say this, when a woman's at your financial bracket, don't cry about it. Just walk away. Just save yourself a heartache and walk away. No point trying to negotiate, okay, with her, because she will eventually go back to her original state. So, just leave her be. Financially, you can't afford it, or you're gonna have to get yourself in action and say you're ready to start, putting some gears in place. You know what I mean? As well. Shout out to Seaway with the 5 memberships to members as well. Thank you, Seaway. So much love and appreciation. Look at her trying to stoke the fires of I see Jay, don't do it though. I think
Jay, don't do it now. You're a little tipsy. You might hit the wrong button and give away.
You might hit the 500.
Should be calling Kojo.
I can't refund that.
Refund, Kojo.
Ain't got nothing to do with me. I can't refund that. If you put 500 to fit.
Yeah, I could try to get it. It's on my Cash App. It's only so much money on that one.
They're gonna take it to minus.
It's gonna sit on pending again. Girl, you ain't got it. You like Justin broke my broke. You ain't got it.
You're gonna get a message from PayPal
Smart
saying
woman, Jay. That's what it needs to be linked to.
It's only so much on the Cash App, baby. It's gonna be like, good try though.
Oh my god, sorry. So yes, shout out to Seaway. Thank you very much, Seaway, for that as well. So obviously, with my situation, she wants a certain lifestyle. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I just think Justin may not be the right type of guy for it as well. And so with their situation, I do feel like William kind of brings a good calmness to Maya. I think that's a great. I mean, Maya's quite calm anyway, but I think he just brings a nice little calmness to her. I don't know if he's the right kind of guy for her, in that sense. I mean, she always gives an answer which is like, he's good, but it's just not. It may not be enough. So I don't know if it's ever going to be him. I mean, of course, we know the ending, but obviously, still, if I was looking at it from a particular perspective, she's always given something, but not necessarily always enough. So that could be, and maybe the kid situation is what's kind of making her pause a little bit. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know, but it's interesting to see them kind of date and see them on the date as well. The ex was funny. I mean, he came in there with a busted lip. They've started again. Aries has come with a 10. Listen, they've started again. Listen, you know what? This is why I know Jesus had wisdom. He said, let me get women in my ministry because these men ain't No, I'm jokes. I'm joking. Jesus, I'm playing. Hey, calm down, guys. Okay, I'm joking. Okay. All right, it was a little bit of a joke. Okay, all
You're going
right.
to lose the 5% of male subscribers you have. You better cut it out.
I mean, listen, get you the female base. I mean, who was supporting Jesus' ministry? Because there sure ain't those 12 men behind him. Tell you that for free. They handled the person, but they weren't giving the money. The Bible says it was Suzanne. So listen, shout out to the ladies who are supporting the ministry. Okay, all right? We got to highlight the good work that they are doing in the kingdom.
Shout out to Aries. Big Bang, take a little bang. Oh, no, Jay. What are you? This? Hold on. What did I just see?
Jay said she gonna support the ministry. Phil said, listen, you ain't gonna talk about the men like that.
That's
Phil
right,
said,
Phil. That's
my
right,
bad,
Phil.
My bad, Phil. I take it back. The women ain't. My bad. You're right. The women they need to step up their game. The man them are on this thing.
The women, we got 25 since 20. Okay, we still on top.
Now, Kojo, let's look at this. We got African Azatan doing a super chat. You won't do the membership, which is $1 a month, but you're gonna do a $10 super chat. Now, we need you to come to the front of the congregation to make it make sense. Been 10 months of your membership.
Shout out to
the 10 months of membership, so she could have did 10 people, but she don't like y'all like that.
Exactly. But Felicia brought up a good point, which I forgot before I started this giving of tonight, before the Lord's Day tomorrow, that you were laughing and eating chips when I got electrocuted almost. See?
You know what? I watched it again. It is the funniest thing ever. Like your light goes pop, and I'm just like, oh my gosh.
as you eat chips and play sound effects. I said that to my mama. She's like, not the sound effects of it all.
Yo, I watched it a few times. I watched it a few times back. I was like, this is too funny. I'm gonna cut it up and put it on our YouTube. What a great moment. You know what I
Kojo,
mean?
pin the link on how to join the membership because African Azatan didn't know how to join it. See, we need to get you a private console on how to do it play by play, African. So we can talk to you a little bit later.
We got you. We're gonna do that. Sorry, see, wait, who was talking? I don't even know who was talking. My bad.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
Was it Nizza? No?
I thought it was you, Kojo. You were doing like a roundup, no?
Oh, of their situation. Yeah, no, I was just saying that. You know, I was just saying that no, I said about the ex had a busted lip when he came there as well. Like he'd been through the wars himself. So, you know, but I think he asked some good questions. I mean, listen, Maya, what's wrong with him? I want to know, is he too hood? What is it? I want to know why she doesn't want to be with him anymore. Because, you know, he's if you know he's still in love with you, I want to know why she don't want to be with him no more. Is there a reason why? Or is he too bad? Like, is he not faithful? What's going on? Why didn't she want to stay with him? You know what I mean? I wanted to ask that question in that regard. So, you know. But other than that, I think it was all right. Like I said, William was very calm, and Justin, this may be a little bit out of your league, and you may just need to that weed lip. Nah, Aries said that weed lip. That's what it is. Oh no. Ooh. Ooh. Any other additions to the Maya, Justin, and Williams? No.
I think Maya should be honest, and that's the one thing. When the ex was saying it, you know, she should have just been completely honest and saying, you know, I live a certain lifestyle. I expect the man that I'm with to be on the same lane. Don't downplay it. You know, don't say like if he says you're spoiled, just say, yeah, I do like nice things. I do. Now, do I expect somebody to buy me? No, but I do like nice things. And I have that expectation. And I want somebody that is, you know, I want somebody that is like progressive. There's a better word that you could use, but I want somebody that's going up in a different direction. Because Justin seems pretty content. He was like, listen, I live my life a certain way. I'm good where I am. I don't know that he's necessarily, thank you, Aries, ambitious. I'm not sure that Justin is looking to get beyond where he is today. I think he's cool and comfortable, there's nothing wrong with that. But I don't think that would make Maya happy. And I could see, you know, an imbalance in their relationship later on, you know, so.
Definitely hear that. That's a good point, actually. That's a very good point. Cool. Let's get on to Rashina, Chaz, and her ex, Chris, which is actually her father of her kids as well. Rashina, Chaz, and Chris. Want to get your thoughts, guys. What's your Rashina, Chaz, and Chris? What did you guys glean from this fabulous date? Mr. Chaz again looked confused why he was there, as if he wasn't talking to Rashina and doing on and off conversations with her, and why she was confused as to why he was going on and off. You know why he's been on and off. But anyway, what's your thoughts, guys, to this particular date here between this awesome trio? Yes, Jay.
I was just as confused too, because I was like, "Say what now? Where'd this come from?" You know what I'm saying? I know that these people talk to each other off screen or whatnot, but can we get some action on the TV screen so we can understand how this is happening? Why he even here to meet an ex? You know, I know she don't have nobody else really, but where's Justin? Because I thought Justin was on the top of her list. Was because he was sitting next to Mika a little too tight. The last episode, she didn't want to bring him. What happened? I don't really know. Like, it was interesting that the ex at the end, which is also her husband and father of her kids, has said, it's good that you're not going to have no hood dude around my kids. I was like, so you don't want no other hood man outside yourself? Because, baby, he was giving Southern hood. He was giving a little NOLA hood, too. I know that look. So I was like, okay. Out of all the exes, I would say this was an ex that act like he still wanted to be back with her. And she'd have shut it down a few times within the 10 years of their being separated. We're going to let them have that one. I don't know if you divorce, you separated, but it is what it is. But I like the fact that they do co-parent very well, it seems. The communication aspect between Chaz and Rashina, I guess that needs to be worked on a little bit more. But clearly, my man is spreading his time thin all across the board with everybody. So I guess you just get a little time slot with him and just accept what you get. I don't know. The ex saying that who is it, X or Chaz? One of them said that she got an attitude problem. She likes to argue. Here's my thing with this. And see, women with a raspy voice get flack for this, because when you have a raspy voice in an argument, it sounds more harsh. When you're trying to voice your opinion, it sounds a lot more harsh than if somebody like soft and sweet, kind of like Maya, want to voice their opinion. And so it's always going to sound like you argumentative or combative, or, you know, you just want to go toe to toe when the whole thing is, I'm trying to get my point across. At the same time, it takes two to argue. So, sir, you saying that she likes to argue. She'll argue by herself if you walk away. So just let her just walk away. I did like the fact that he knows her enough to say, just give her space. When she gets into these moments, just give her space, let her do her thing. And y'all come back to it. But I don't know about these two. Well, I mean, next week we know that strawberries is going in both of their mouths at the same time. But I don't know where this love affair came from. Production is doing a terrible job this season. I'm sorry.
That's probably why they're about to take a break. They need to take a break and regroup. Back to the drawing board. Can y'all? So, Kojo, is this what you being shady about earlier? Where you talk about this man who had a shiny shirt?
This man had the blingy shirt on, and that's why I said it's just giving Southern Thug when he going out to the nightclub.
Oh, it was her ex-husband.
Was you watching it fast? Because Rashina even pointed it out.
I think I remember him in that. It was kind of like a sheer shirt. Was it kind of sheer?
No, it was like a black, and then it had like a metallic
gold flaky.
Yeah,
I think it was like sheer.
No,
you didn't watch it, Seaway. It's okay.
I did. I saw him. I saw the whole thing. I just didn't remember his shirt. I didn't care nothing about his shirt. That's probably why I wasn't.
You didn't hear her. You didn't
saw
even.
Pussycat?
When she said it, she's like, "You in that shirt," and he was like, "What? You don't like my shirt?" And
I
then
did
she
hear
was
that.
like,
I thought it was a nice shirt. I like the shirt.
I know you didn't watch
you
it
saw
now.
Pussycat?
It's not a bad shirt, but it's just not for the setting.
It wasn't nothing I thought about. Honestly,
it's a shirt you wear to the club.
Then he had the Ronaldo chop, which is.
Can y'all
I want y'all to bonk me upside my head if you ever see me wear a shirt like that.
Well, that's not your vibe, Sean. That man look like that's what he do on the regular.
That's not what you give. Kojo, put up a poll. See who people like the shirt.
Everybody hates that shirt. Everybody hates it. No, Rashina didn't even like it, and she was married to the man, so she knows the shirt was horrible.
Thank you. Felicia said it was sheer. I remember being like a sheer shirt, and I thought it was cute.
Mr. Don't Play described it exactly well. That's exactly what it was. A lost DeBarge brother.
Who's the DeBarge?
Oh my God, you don't know the DeBarge?
Oh, I can't stand her with this millennial crap. Here she goes.
I don't know what DeBarge.
If you know a Jackson, you know a DeBarge. I'm about to cut you all the way off.
You know a Jackson. I don't know.
You don't know El DeBarge. You don't know none of them.
I heard of El DeBarge.
You know Chico DeBarge.
I don't know
your parents used to play that music at the house. Now cut it out.
My parents were gospel thumpers. They didn't play no DeBarge.
Do you know
your daddy
Janet Jackson?
and your mama
Janet Jackson
had
exes?
some El DeBarge playing in the house. Come on now.
Are you familiar with Janet Jackson's exes? Because she was married to one.
No. Only Janet Jackson ex I know is Jermaine
We'll be here 5 hours because she likes to play this game. I don't know what that is. Oh my God.
I know Jermaine Dupri.
She don't want to age. She don't want to age.
Red. I don't know what you're talking about.
I know Jermaine Dupri. That's when I entered the world. Jermaine Dupri was her man. That's the only man I know.
Jay, I can't do this. It starts to rub me the wrong way. So I'm gonna want to get mad at Seaway tonight.
That's the age gap. That's the age. That's the age gap.
This is where I didn't want to get to.
This is the age gap.
I want to get to this with you.
This is why when you get back on the dating scene, don't be dating no young 30s because it's the age gap. I don't know that DeBarge. You gonna be mad at your girl talking about you don't know the bar.
First of all, she don't know no boomerang. She don't know no bar. The bar.
Exactly. Now that I'm still you brought it back because I'm pissed for her not even knowing what boomerang was. I think that's where it started for me, where I really got super annoyed with her when she said boomerang. What's that? I don't know what that.
I do remember when Janet Jackson played Penny. I do know that. I do remember that. I'm with y'all with that. Y'all
do you know what the Cosby Show is? Did you?
I
do.
The Cosby Show? Now you playing. Okay. Yes, I do.
Okay. Well, the DeBarge and the Cosby Show, they were around.
Well, somebody pull up a picture. Does Kojo who know who DeBarge is?
Let's moving forward.
I don't know who the DeBarge is either. I'm not gonna lie to you. I just want to keep quiet.
You might get a pass because you're in the UK, but yeah.
It just sounded shiny.
You blew a pass, but you don't give me a pass.
At this point, I gotta ask C-Way, do you know who Marvin Gaye is, child? Look.
I do. You need to clip this and send this to my mama. She's gonna be pissed too because I don't know the bar. She wasn't playing. Is it music? It's music, right? Yeah. Okay.
They were a whole family, a musical family like the Jacksons.
And they were all very light skinned. So that's what they were, light skinned, curly hair.
I think I know you talking about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the whole family of them. And one of the daughters or something was on a reality show, right? Mm-hmm. One of the daughters of one of the brothers. She was on, was it Love and Hip Hop? She made an appearance on.
I think it was Love and Hip Hop.
No, it was the other one with Egypt.
Growing Up Hip Hop.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Feel Good says, shout out to Feel Good as well. Says Cynthia from RTL had a raspy voice, had me sliding on a shower wall. Rashina speaks too fast. Cynthia spoke slow and very steady. It was sexy. Okay.
What's sliding down the shower wall though? That's a different one. What's that? Is that a good? That sounds like a good thing, maybe.
Yeah, it's a good thing. Good thing.
That's slippery.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know the shower wall. I think about you crying in the shower in the music video.
You gonna hit
I don't know. That's what I was trying to. I didn't understand that.
It's giving me music video vibes, 90s R&B vibes.
Wikipedia said this group was from 79 to 89.
That right there, Kojo. All that right there.
This group disbanded before I was alive.
Right,
it was broken up.
They are pop culture known. You know what I mean? So.
But so did the Jacksons 5, Way. Well, we know
exactly.
That.
They kept playing that. I feel like
and so did they do for the
Way, just concede. It's okay.
Yeah. It's not about the year, baby girl. It's okay. Now.
Let it go, baby.
Let it be.
I also said let it go, baby.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, they said Christina DeBarge. Yep, that was her. Now they want to know how old you are.
Don't matter.
Clearly 20. My daughter know more than you at this point.
Exactly.
She was on 2 for 2 at this point. It don't matter. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I like Rashina. She's grown on me. She's my new kind of dark horse. Somewhat.
She's sexy. I told you this, bro.
Yeah. She told you from the beginning. Especially this episode, seeing her in that element. I like the little jokey joke. I love that. You know, when she came in and she just poked fun at him a little bit. You know, what's going on with you in that shirt? You know, like I like that kind of energy, that playful banter. To bring her ex-husband on the show shows that they have a solid relationship. It shows she knows how to manage relationships. So that was really, really appealing to me. And shows that she seems like she's ready, you know, because if you could bring your ex-husband on, he's good with you. Y'all are doing well, co-parenting. He wants the best for you. I think that's a good thing. So I really, really liked her. Now, her decision making, she playing around with Chaz. Maybe she just wants to stay on the show. Maybe she wants to have fun. I don't know what C-Way is doing. Don't get Kojo blocked.
Don't get this unmonetized. You better start.
Trying to prove a point.
You know the song.
But nevertheless, I digress because clearly we've gone down a different lane.
We're going down a rabbit hole. Don't worry, Sean. C-Way gonna see it only her way, so she gonna see the barge way.
That was a bop. I do know that's a bop. I didn't know who that was. That's a bop though. I do know that. So there y'all
We
go. There y'all
appreciate
have it. Here we go.
We appreciate you.
Resolved.
Very
Who was that? At least Chico, because that's the youngest one. So one of the youngest ones. So
It just says I like it, DeBarge. That's all it says.
oh no, okay, that's the group. That's the group.
Yeah, because
That's
then
what-
Chico
this is in the
DeBarge
brother.
had his own era, which was definitely in your years.
If you know, if you know Aaron Hall, if you know all of them, not you gonna make that face on Aaron Hall. Lord Jesus, don't you start this.
oh, I need
Let's
you.
move
I
on.
need you to stop.
Let's move on.
I need you to stop.
Okay, shelter life.
Oh my gosh. Okay, let's move on to Luron, Justin, and Mika. And I just want to say again, Rashina is sexy. I just said that because I said it before. I said it at the very beginning of the season, and I'm backing my points. Okay? All right. Telling about that voice. I told you. And that bob. Oof. Oof.
Before we
Yes.
move it all the way to them,
What happened?
can we address Mika meeting with Tommy to say that she only got 2 exes? Girl,
Oh, please go ahead.
girl, what the hell? You only got 2. She need to define what exes mean to her. Because which do she be? She only got 2 exes. And the last one of them is not your baby daddy. One of them is, and one of them's not.
Sound like she got her baby daddy, the 6-year-old, the son, and then the only person that she's dated since she had the 6-year-old is this man that was on the video games of it all. So it must be that she just had a little situations in between time that they never dated, seeing her kids or whatever. But I'm pretty sure she could have pulled one of them.
So you mean in all your years of existing on this earth, you gonna come in here and be another Jeffrey? Like seriously, you ain't got nothing but 2 men in your whole life that you call an ex. Okay, that's just as much as problem as Chaz being his age, no kids, no marriage, no engagements, no nothing.
Well, she definitely had an ex from the 18-year-old to the 6-year-old. That's a lot of time. So I'm sure she had some more exes, but maybe she feels like they don't know her. I don't know. They can't
The
speak
man
to
that flew you out, and who this man? The one that flew you out that had you sit in the car while he got his nail mani-pedi done. Who this man? Then my other problem is that the ex don't want nothing to do with you. The one that your father, your kid don't want nothing to do unless it has something to do with the kid. That's a problem too. Like y'all don't have like no relationship unless it has something to do with the kid. And then I'm not saying this is of her fault, but this is more on him. Whoever's into her life at this point, it has potential to be around your kid. You might want to come check out who she's bringing around your child. Kind of like Rashina's case. Like, I don't want no thug around my child. So you might want to just investigate on that. I'm not saying come on the TV or whatever and stuff, because everybody don't want to be on there for whatever reason. Some of it sounds like what they do. But he don't want to do nothing with you if it has nothing to do with your kids, if even the potential person that you're going to be with. That's crazy to me. That's on him. That's not on her.
Somebody telling me to check Google. I don't know what they meant by that. I think the problem is that I really can't say what I really think because I don't have time for these people in these comments because I don't care enough. So what I'll say is what I feel like I can say that's going to minimize people's commentary. I think Mika seems to have problematic relationships with these men. And I think it's just best that they not be on national television or Ready to Love. I don't know what type of people she's picking, but they probably do not need to be on TV. And I'm sure everyone since the child's father and the guy in the video games probably were maybe celebrities, maybe people that she was getting flued out for. Maybe they were like very unserious people that she can't bring on TV. That's my guess. You know what I mean? That's my guess.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna lean towards the positive side of the spectrum just to give another opinion. And I like that Mika is honest. I think Mika is starting to grow on me a little bit. The first part of the season, she seemed just a little mean. And I'm not saying she's maybe not mean. I don't know, but I'm seeing a little warming up of her. And I think that she is authentic. And I that's a part of her that I do like. I think she is authentically her. She tells it like it is. She's straight, no chaser, whether it was last week when they were trying to tell her to bend and flex. And she was like, nah, if I don't like you, I'm not going to like you. And I do like that because you always are going to know where you stand with her. So perhaps, those last relationships, they had a little bit too much of that. I'm going to tell you like it is. So, and she mentioned that with her children's father, because the other child, I think her daughter is older, like 18 or something. But her youngest child, the 6-year-old, I believe she said that father, they've gotten to a place where they can co-parent and he doesn't want to talk about anything else but his daughter. So that tells me they made some growth and it's better not to push any buttons that's gonna go left. So, I can appreciate her authenticity there. It does send up a little antenna that there's nobody that she could bring in. They've done a good job of faking it till they make it with some of these people that they dredge up and bring up there. So it would have been nice to find somebody that could speak on her behalf. But shout out to Tommy for asking some good questions.
And I ain't saying I don't like Mika. She grew on me too, because I like a person that stand on their business. You be authentically you. I got no problem with it. My thing is, it's a red flag that you ain't got nobody. Even Vanessa brought a friend that, ain't never been nowhere with her. You ain't got no friend, no male friends, no nothing that you just slide in there and just say, do me a solid. Just act like we done been somewhere together. You know me well enough to vet some people. That attitude need fixing it. I'm sorry.
And there's just stuff that won't be mentioned that's floating around the streets that I ain't saying and I ain't saying. But there may be a lot of reasons why she can't find nobody to come up here.
What do you mean? What happened? Why is it floating?
I done said it on my channel, so it's said.
What happened?
We done said it in the comments.
What happened?
It's in the comments. Somebody can do me a favor and say it in the comments.
What happened?
Allegedly, what's floating around? Because there's a lot of stuff floating around. The people in the comments know.
She was a coleslaw.
Oh, damn.
It's everywhere.
Allegedly.
I mean, allegedly, some woman did a Tisa.
That is not the tea.
They can't stand Tisa story. That's why she's always looking for a reason to throw my little Tisa out there. Tisa, girl, if you're watching, I got your back, baby girl. And I listened to all 5011 slides.
You got that back?
I listened to all 5011 slides and I support you. I stand with you. Tisa was up on the Tamron Hall show talking her talk. Y'all better leave her alone. That lady got a lot of healing to do.
You better. Mm-hmm. Y'all really dropping the ball here. Y'all know what's going on in the comments. Thank you, Alexia. There we go. She the only one.
It's Kojo's fault for just dredging up the foolishness.
Alexia got the comment right there since nobody else would have said it. Because everybody else know.
Is BBE big back energy?
Oh, probably.
That's because of the Tisa comment that Jace said, and then I said, and then energy. Leave Tisa alone. But no,
but Kojo, you see Alexia's comment? That's what's going on.
I can't even see Alexia. What's the timestamp?
It's right. It was where I just passed it. Where you at, girl?
I didn't know there was tea in the streets.
Just passed it. Where did it go?
We were all reading our Bibles.
Every time I find it, somebody else writes something. She needs to write it again because I don't see it.
No, okay. It'll probably come up again.
Please write it again.
Okay. So, what do you guys think, Luron, Justin, Mika? Do you think what was? Did you agree with her premise about Luron playing the games and stuff? Do you think that was a just cause for her red flag for her?
Oh, well, Trey Mack said it as well right here, Kojo.
Oh, okay. Professional side piece. Oh, okay. Wow. Okay. That's very sad. Okay, cool. Let's continue. Luron, Justin, and Mika. What do you guys think about the gamesmanship that he showed? He's gonna take a day off work, and gonna take a day off work and to play games, and she called it a red flag. Yes, Sean, you look like you're ready.
Yeah, I do understand what she explained in the sense that it seems like her ex was preoccupied with the games and then also fooling around with other women. So I understood how she wanted to make it plain that she's got, she has limited tolerance for that kind of stuff. And then I didn't like her answer. I mean, she was being honest. So again, that's her being authentic, that she gets caught up in her kids and she may not have, she's been guilty of neglecting the guy she's with. That tells me she really probably doesn't want either one of those guys, because if that's what you're telling me and I haven't heard, I'm working towards that, or that's something I don't want to, I'm not doing that anymore. That was something I did in a previous relationship. I really want to prioritize a relationship, but it doesn't mean that I neglect my kids, but I want to prioritize, somebody when we get serious. So yeah, that part of the conversation would have sent a red flag up for me. The gaming part, I didn't have an issue with that. Now, Luron, I think he was a little unserious. We're talking about taking a day off to play video games if there's a new one that comes out. I mean, he has admitted that he works from home, so I don't know why you can't do that at the end of the day, at night or at another time. But he says he creates video games too. So, hey, if he has unlimited PTO, so I think somebody said that in there, go for it, buddy. Go for it. If you got unlimited PTO and you need to take a mental health day to play video games, once a month, once a quarter, you just have it. But I do think he's unserious, and I think Mika is right for really realizing that he is not going to be well equipped to be with her. Because when you're dealing with a woman that has kids, you kind of have to also have a level of flexibility, and you got to bend a little bit. As somebody who's done it in the past, you especially if you don't have kids, it's going to be on you to kind of be a little bit more flexible. And if you running around being a kid yourself and playing video games, it's going to be a little challenging. So I don't think he's going to be a good fit for Mika. So.
If a man is taking off work to play video games because they just came out, I don't want to be with you. And I don't care if you have PTO and you can use it as you please. That just feels childish to me. This is my personal opinion.
So if you take a day off to go and do your hair and makeup, you childish too?
No, because he took a day off to get his
You take a
haircut.
day off to do your makeup and your hair, you childish too? Why are you taking a day off for?
Do I need a day off?
No, you don't need to ask that question. I'm joking. I'm playing with you, babe. Go on. I'm listening. I'm listening. No, say what you're saying to us. I was joking. Go for it.
Oh, I just don't like that. It feels unproductive.
Okay.
So, this is my opinion.
So, as an unpaid gamer, I'm gonna go ahead and give mine. I'm gonna go ahead and give mine.
Not Jerry ready to take a day off too.
Baby, I take a day off for all kind of reasons, Chad. I just
take
Take a day off is a Sims game. Now this
be
Sims
trying to
game
get
is
away. Okay, I just be trying to get away. My PTO is my PTO. Don't mind your damn business. That's what I'm trying to tell you. However, when he starts off this thing as I'm a game developer, I'm a game tester, I assume there's some money and some benefits in it, and it is part of a second job that you do have if that's not his first job. Being you saying that you're a game developer or a game tester, that is kind of part of the requirements for you to test out the game. So if it takes him the whole weekend that he has to take off a day from the other day or whatever, and he's getting paid for it, that's fine. I understand Mika's gripe in it because it sounded like she had a man that was not getting paid, or it was not his job or a profession of his. He was just doing it for the fun of it. That's a whole different thing or whatnot. So I don't necessarily have a problem with Luron if that is what he's getting paid to do, or if part of his job, or whatever the case may be. That's a whole different thing. Looking on the positive side on it, I'm gonna put a little cape on for Luron this week. On the positive side, my man said he's in the club from Tuesday. He corrected us from Tuesday to Sunday. Then he said he played the video games on the weekend. Well, hell, now you got him out the club for a couple more days, okay? So take your wins where you can with this one, okay? Now, I agree with Shine. Mika is straightforward. She just don't see it for this man. She gonna find any reason to say she don't like this man. If she was interested in this man, though, here's the caveat and the beauty in this whole scenario of him playing games. You have a 6-year-old boy who you said last week, I'm going to name it nicely because I don't like to call kids out of control, bad, or anything like that. He's mischievous. He needs things to do to occupy his time. Having a guy that plays and develop video games is probably a good thing, because therefore he can be with your child playing them video games while you get you some me time in, get you a little whatever and stuff you can do. Other thing is, if you want him out the streets, he at home now. He at home playing the video games. You ain't got no time for your man anyway. You just said that you don't put enough time in it for your man. So there, it's a win-win for both people. You ain't got to try to put no time, and you know he at home. But these people don't like each other, so they're going to make up any excuse not to be with each other, and I'm not about to force them to be with each other. There's that. Mika, as a mom, and I'm only a mom of one, I'm not a mom of two, so I don't really know that those ins and outs of it. I can see where you're trying to find balance to put into your time with your kid as well as your person. It gets hard. Kids is usually going to come first, period. I hope they come first, period, or whatnot. But it's hard. It's a work in progress. It's something that you do have to work at. And like Sean said, we didn't hear her say that that's something that she's practicing on or working to get better at. It's just a flaw that she recognized she has. So I guess that's a start. I guess she needs a person so she can practice with. That's a conscious effort that she's going to have to deal with. And if she got a rambunctious 6-year-old, it might get a little difficult with her. So she's going to need somebody that's a bit understanding. And I agree, Luron is just not that person right now, because he wants to be out. He don't have no kids. He don't have all these responsibilities like that. So for a man with no kids, no responsibilities, he free to do whatever he wants. So if that means play video games all day, hell, do what you want. As long as your bills getting paid, it's not my problem. Now, when you get homeless and you start trying to play video games at my house, then we got a daggone problem, okay? When your PS5 moves into my house, we got a problem. We're really going to have a problem, too, because I might be on that thing more than you, baby. But these two just don't fit. That's all it is to it. And I don't know why Luron is over here with Mika when we know that they kind of don't really see it for each other, and he wasn't with Maya. This is what's confusing me about this whole date the most. And Justin gave some good answers to this, but sir, she got 2 kids. What you gonna do? You can't afford the woman with no kids, so how you gonna afford this one? But the wonderful, beautiful thing about Justin is he got a set time that he going to work. He'll be home, so he can flex his schedule around whenever she got that little time for it. Another side note, flip side on it. Listen, for y'all got kids and y'all willing to date a Luron, he be in the club till about 2, 3 in the morning. That's like good creep time, because by that time your kids should be asleep, and then he could be back out before the sun rises, before your kids get up, you know? So, a little cut buddy situation. I don't know. Just think about all your options. Just going to put that out there.
Yeah. The only question I have is, is he really, and we appreciate Luron, he does support the channel, but this is just a question I have because people be just saying anything sometimes. So is he really somebody that is developing a game, or is he just unlocked a new level on Grand Theft Auto, and he got, some accolades somewhere in some online forum? Because people be saying a lot of things, just like people be running around saying, oh, I day trade. Meanwhile, they just moving around money from an account and Ameritrade to another one. So just come on. I just need us to be for real. I know Luron does have a legitimate career, but this whole game developing thing, I don't know if I'm really, really buying it. It sounds like he just came up with that on the fly. Like, no, but I'll be developing games and Stu. Yeah. Come on, Luron, I need to see the evidence. I just need to see the evidence.
Well, maybe one of the Gamer Awards I go to, we might run into each other. So
that was Luron calling me now. Like, don't be disrespecting my name. Put some respect on my name.
I thought that was Abby telling me to take her the hell out. Take me out.
Listen, I'm going to say, listen, first and foremost, he doesn't need to make money from doing this. It is an off day. Do you know how mad we sound? That we are now, you just said a minute ago, we shouldn't be policing people when they say about your skin tone. We're now policing someone because we want to take a day off and play a game. You want to police them and say, yeah, that's not for me. When really what you're really saying is not a safe space for you. You're not a safe space. Because if somebody can't take a little day off to play a game, you are not a safe space. You are not. Why would you? I'm gonna go to it in a second. She ain't gonna mess up my moment. Listen.
Freeway was trying.
Go ahead.
We'll revisit
that. We'll revisit it. I'm in my flow. I'm sorry. Okay. Listen, it's not a safe space because it shouldn't. We shouldn't be judging somebody because they're gonna take PTO. He's got a full-time job. He's not a homeless bumbless. He's not a hobosexual. Okay, all right. He obviously has enough money to go out and eat every single day instead of cooking. Clearly, he's got money. So for someone to take a day off and say, I want to play a game, and you judge him for that, it says more about you. It's got nothing to do with the game. It's to do with how you view men. And you might have to have a really deep look at that. You know what I'm saying to you? Because that in itself, it means that there's no safe space for the person to even relax. Am I a machine? Right? We're now classing what's masculine because what man want to play a game.
You are reaching. How are you reaching?
No, I'm not reaching. I'm asking the real question is why do you have an issue with somebody taking a PTO, a day off, or let me know PTO. Let's say they don't even get paid, a day off in their day, a day off to play a game. What is the big deal behind that? If they pay all your bills. Yeah, if Mark comes to you and says, listen, I'm going to take my butt home and for one day I'm going to play a game, and you know what? He still pays all your bills. You're not saying nothing, Seaway. You ain't saying nothing. You know why? Because all your bills are paid every single day. You're going on holiday when you want to go on to. You know what I'm saying? You're covered when you need to be covered.
Why
are we judging this,
man? Make yourself happy, baby.
I love how you reached so far with this.
And let me reach into your soul, baby.
I've never seen you reach so far before. Number one, let's start with the first issue. I'm not policing anything. What I said was I'm not going to be with you. I'm not policing. I'm not monitoring. I'm not overseeing. I am not an overseer. I'm talking about I'm not going to be with no man who's taking off a day. That's number one. Number two, this has nothing to do with masculinity. I have no idea where you got that from. I can't even respond to that because that was a reach. Number three, this is about to be the real just kind of hammer to your argument. It has nothing to do with masculinity. I think this is childish, and I think it's poor production. So someone said in the comments, would I take a day off to watch Love is Blind? No. Would I take a day off to binge watch? I don't know. Would I take a day off to go jump double dutch outside? No. Like, I think that's not productive. So I personally feel like someone taking a whole day off to play video games, it feels like piss poor priorities for me. But that's why I said for me. To me, if I'm not moving every second, which may be a negative thing for other people, that's a problem for me. I like to feel like I'm being productive. So to me, I don't think I could be with a man that would take a whole day off to play video games because that doesn't feel like productivity. And it feels like you're wasting away. And on top of that, I don't align. Maybe if I'm Jay and I'm a gamer, that's cool. I don't play video games. So I just really don't understand. Would
So
I
what
take
would
a
you
day
take a
off
day
to
off
play a
for?
basketball tournament? Hell no. I gotta work.
No. So what would you take a day off for?
Things that I cannot do outside of work hours.
So you would never take a day off just to relax?
I really don't. I'm not
Well, we
saying
need
you
to
shouldn't. But I'm
maybe
saying
we need
I
to look
really don't.
maybe we need to look at the fact that you ain't taking no breaks, baby.
Maybe,
You know what I'm saying?
babe,
Take a day off and relax.
maybe, but it has nothing to do with any of the things that you named.
Don't sit here.
Huh?
She not
I
being
mean,
honest
you
right now, 'cause she
you,
done been
you
in
was on holiday
Jamaica,
with
she
me.
done been in Houston, she
That's
done
what I'm
been
trying
in
to say.
DC,
That's what I'm
she
trying to
been in
say,
Spain,
Jay.
I take days off to go do things, but I do have a lot of issues with taking a day off and sitting still at the house. I'm just not good at that. I don't know how to do that.
That's why I said look at deeper at where it's coming from. Why do you feel like your value is being changed by you sitting there doing nothing when you work so hard during the course of the year? That's what I'm trying to say. You might have to look deeper.
Maybe
Let me
I
reach deep
can
into
go.
your soul, baby, and
I
bring
can
that
go
out.
with that, but the other stuff you were killing me. If you want to go with that, I can go with that. This has nothing to do with masculinity.
Yeah, the masculinity.
Yeah, I
part,
added that one extra. I love it actually. You know, I threw that one in
that
there.
part right there.
I threw that one extra. You know what I mean?
But the real thing is ego likes us to police other people's whereabouts and how they make themselves happy and stuff like that. Like if you earning your thing and doing your thing and your responsibilities is being taken care of and you're not dependent on me, go make yourself happy by all means. Because when I'm ready to do what I like to do, which is travel, go eat, go out, I'm gonna go do me. And I don't want to be policed on that part or whatever. So in this case, like Mika making an excuse on it, she's coming from a hurt place of her past person depending on her while sitting on the couch playing video games. That's what it was given to me. Luron is not giving me, I'm depending on you while I play my video games. If I want to take my PTO or whatever, just take a day off to play this video game, I'm going to take my day off. I can make my money back another way, somehow, some way. You ain't got to worry about me. I ain't got no problem with that. Like I say, if your PS5 end up staying in my house and you on the couch putting a dent in it, then we got a problem because you ain't being productive. You ain't being ambitious. You ain't being nothing. And I'm now paying all your bills. And I'm Risa Tisa.
And I think that's a problem, Jay. I personally don't. I mean, my husband plays video games in his spare time, maybe on the weekends every now and then, but it's not often, right? And I don't have a problem with it. But I think I don't associate in my life experience, most people I know and men I know, because I don't know women who do this. I don't know women who do this. I guess now I know that Jay does. I had no idea. But I don't know too many men that take a whole day off to play video games, who play video games all day, that are productive people. So maybe if I knew people who would game all day that are productive people, I wouldn't have this negative association. But my association with someone who will play video games all day is a person who is lazy. And I'm not saying that's all the time. I'm just saying that's my experience with someone who sits around and plays video games all day. So if Luron is different and he's productive, then I would be open to something different. But I just personally haven't seen it in my life.
Well, I know you're not a gamer. So if you're a person that's on YouTube and you're making coins by showing people the ins and outs of the game, showing them how they do pass these levels, little tricks and all that stuff. If you're a gamer who is literally making money, because gamers make money. If you're a game developer and you're working for Sony, Nintendo, one of them things, you make money if your game launches or whatnot. So like I said, I've been to the Gamer Awards and all this stuff. Them people be coming in racks on racks on racks, and they sit all day, play video game, and that's how they make their money. If you're on that level, by all means do you, because now you're a business. Now I get you, C-Way, if you just at home and when I go to work, I left you playing the video game, I came back home, you still on the couch playing the video game, you ain't cooked no dinner, you ain't cleaned no house, you ain't did nothing, you barely moved to wash your own behind from that video game, yeah, we might have a problem. We might have a whole problem. But if that's just your way to relax from all your busy schedule, by all means, make yourself happy. Don't bother me when I get to play mine, though. Get the hell alone.
Yeah, I think putting in the money, making money thing, I mean, that's just a whole different world. I think Mika was talking about regular gamers spending all day playing the video games, not making any money, actually losing money. But again, I think a lot of times, like, people, this discussion is fine, right? But I think it's also okay to be respectful of other people's opinions about stuff. Like, if you want to be with a man who's a gamer, be with a man who's a gamer. If you don't really if your lifestyle doesn't really coincide with a man that's gaming, that's okay too. Not everything is about judgment. Not everything is for everybody. I think a lot of times we try to force things on other people. It's okay if you don't want to be with a man that's a gamer. That's okay. It's fine. You know what I mean? It's cool.
And that's why I said it several times. These two are just not made for each other. Sometimes I wish, as real as stuff that she is, that she don't keep making like little excuses why she don't like LeBron. She just don't like LeBron. Just go on about your business. But I guess we have to validate for show purpose on why she's not choosing him. So
before Sean jumps in, just to add Seaway, the reason why I got onto you is because you said it was childish. You made a judgment. You made a very harsh judgment. We know we're going back.
I said it was childish to me because I associated with I associated with things I did as a child. So I'm not saying they are childish. No, I'm saying that's my association. It's like I'm not saying this person's a childish person. I'm saying it's childlike to me because when I play video games, I was a child. So that's my association, which is why I'm taking it back to there are people who are adults who play video games. And they should maybe they can rock with other people who play video games. Like there's people who don't want to date people who sit up all day and watch reality TV. They may feel like this is a waste of time, a waste of mental space, whatever like that. I can't be like, oh, you need to be with me. You need to be with a woman that watches reality TV. That may not work with them. They may like somebody who reads books all the time. I don't sit up there and read books. So if you want to call that a judgment, that's fine. But we all make judgments. Very similar to the Sassy situation all over again. You add these adjectives to how you describe something, and that's where people oftentimes have an opposition to what you're saying. Because when you add that, that's where there's going to be a tension. You just say, listen, it's not for me, but you have to. That's why I said originally.
Which is an insult. No,
that's why I said originally. That's why I said originally.
Even if you say it's to me, even if you say it's to me, the negative connotation is an insult.
I don't think
it was because you say someone is childish. That is stripping them of their masculinity. That is stripping them of their masculinity.
You jumped off the cliff.
I did jump off the cliff because you called it childish.
No, because you wouldn't let it. I said it's not for me, but that wasn't good enough. Not for Kojo.
When you first started, it was like it's childish. To me, it's childish.
My statement was I could not date someone who plays video games. You should have left it there. But you don't like nice.
I can't. I can't because you always jabbing us. Why you always gonna jab us? Why you always gonna jab us, baby? What we done to you?
Now when Seaway is quiet, when Seaway is direct, it's not good enough. Then you want to drag me out and then drag me back in. That's how you can't do that.
Nah, because let me give you an example before Sean jumps in. Let me give you an example. When Seaway is very direct, it's giving. Let me choose a word. Let me see. It's giving you are. You know, to me, you're. Yeah, let me just say this. I'll say this. What you said. When Steve is very direct, it's giving very childish to me. You know, no matter how much I say it, it's the negative connotation is the word childish. Even if it's to me, it's still gonna have a negativity description behind it. To me, it's childish when you're very direct to where you are. It's going to be insulting to you because your point of view is not childish. Your point of view to you, it's not childish. So I don't have to put a description there. I may say, listen, I don't agree with your point of view, but if I put an adjective before it, it now makes that sentence a negative connotation. That is why I had an issue with the actual sentence. It's like, just say that you don't like it. It's not for you. You know what I'm saying to you? And I'm not going to let it go, Viva, so you can keep quiet. Now, obviously, what we're talking about here, I want to make sure that we understand that, you know, it's not nice for us as men when we hear these kind of things. And the reason I'm saying this is because men are watching and they don't often talk. But this is how we feel sometimes. You know what I'm saying to you? So sometimes I'm talking for them in the same sense as well, because sometimes we get pushed to the side, and it's funny to women to like kind of say it's childish, because they don't see the impact of what happens to men. But I'm saying to you that those kind of things, what I saw with Luron and Mika, that conversation, I was just like looking at like, a brother can't even take a day off to take a game or whatever when he has a job. He's not hobosexual. He's not a person who doesn't pay no bills. Like that kind of word should be reserved for people who don't do stuff. Let's reserve that shit for people who don't do stuff. We know who they are. Yeah, they need to be reserved those kind of words. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying. Do you know what I mean? But you know, I like a debate, so that's why I'm kind of pushing.
Yeah, and if childish was strong and it made anybody feel away, that's not my intent. That's why I really wanted to leave it at, if a person plays video games, it's not for me. I love to leave stuff there because I don't think people usually want me to keep going. But if you want me to keep going, I'll keep going. And that's usually where it leads to these type of stuff. But if childish was triggering, it's not my intent. That wasn't really what I was trying to say. I always back it up if there's a better way for me to say something. So for me, I would say it gave me an association of when I was a child. And that's probably why I can't relate to it. And it's just, I don't think we're equally yoked in that way. That's probably the better way for me to say it if I'm, being polite.
And it's the most factual thing too, because a lot of times most non-gamers or people that don't really play don't understand the level of commitment that gamers really put into that thing. So it's not for everybody. Yeah, Luron is not for everybody. He outside 5 days a week anyway.
And I put my hands up. Listen, it is a little bit triggering because I think I don't game like that, so it doesn't really affect me gaming. But it's like when I had a girl say to me, "Listen, it's childish what you do on TikTok by dancing in the gym." I said, "You can go and do one." I hate because what happens, women don't realize the power of their words. Like, you know what I'm saying to you? It's like, why do I need to be subject to what you say? Like, you get to tell me how you feel. And it's if we do it the other way around, suddenly we're misogynist, we're this, we're that, we get labeled this, we can't tell you this. And it's like, you shouldn't be able to be free enough to say certain things like that. Do you know what I'm saying to you? Like, I think as men, we don't get to express without being policed. Women talk about being policed. We also get policed. If a black man does a certain thing that is not in the scope, that's why I said masculinity, in the scope of what we call stereotypically masculine, as soon as they do that, certain words come out. Sassy, childish, this, that. They don't fit the box. So as soon as they that, they get labeled something. And it's really painful at a point in time. It's like, it's disheartening because you can't be free. I can't dance without being called something, or he can't play his game without being called something. A normal thing. And so I'm just saying to the ladies, please be aware of some of your words, that they can actually impact black men specifically, because we're dating black people here. They can actually impact us. And maybe we don't say it enough, so that's why you don't see it that way. But it does impact us at points in time. Just put my hands up. But I know Sean's been waiting, so
But before Sean goes, I just want to say I love when people are independently themselves. That's why I ain't said nothing about your booty shaking on TikTok. I even though I haven't seen it lately. When you haven't done it lately? He been on there
clearing up the gym. Yes,
I ain't seen it. Where
you
have I
must
been?
be off your algorithm because you be doing your Love Is Blind.
No, it's probably because I have nothing but sports on my TikTok now. That's probably why I'm not seeing it. But I love when people are unapologetically them, like whatever that is, and that's why I try not to give my unsolicited opinion. Sean will tell you. My friends will tell you, I don't just hand out my opinion. I do think it's kind of hard sometimes when people ask you a question, not to give your opinion in certain ways when people are asked, but of course you could be mindful. But I want everybody to be them. My favorite new video is Jimmy Butler in Fall Out Boy's music video. I don't know if you've seen it, being unapologetically him. If y'all haven't seen it, y'all need to check it out. He's wearing like a cowboy hat. And he has his ends that aren't clipped.
See, wait, what in I Have a White Friend Too lane are you talking about now?
No, because it reminded me of what Kojo said. No, it's not a white friend too.
He's black, but yeah.
No, but I've been talking about how I love when people just rock their own truth, and it's not like being gay, like just like whatever their truth is. Like I love that. But that also doesn't mean I want to date them. Like I've been sitting around watching Jimmy Butler and his video, and I was just like, oh my God, I just love that he's him. Like I just love that, right? Eric said the low density here. But I also recognize that maybe me and my more rigid lifestyle, I couldn't date a Jimmy Butler. So that's all I'm saying. So I do agree though, you should watch what you say because it's hard to be yourself. It's hard to be, it may hard to be, do what you want to do on TikTok and not have to hear people's ridicule, like I get that. And that's why I try not to hand out, unsolicited opinions. But, if you ask me, then I'm a Sag.
I appreciate it. Seaway going to be Seaway, and I'm never going to be mad at it. I'm not going to stop you to do it because,
Who's reaching? None that I'm reaching. Who's reaching?
Okay,
because I'm trying to figure out, because there's been a lot of comments flying that I've been really.
It was me. Don't worry, they're talking about me.
Oh, about to say, because how am I reaching? I'm just giving an example.
They're not talking about you. They're talking about me. Don't you worry.
No, that was her. I think the example the example was a little bit. She found a way to bring it home though. So now we all.
Yeah, I had a point. We're talking about being you. About being you without people just coming around saying, I don't like this. That's sassy. That's childish. That's weird. You know? Like, I get that. So, moving on.
Oh, so I thought you were going to say something, Sean.
No, I think
No, you can say something.
We've closed the chapter.
No,
on
you
this.
can say something. There's no chapter. Say your piece.
No, I don't have but that's the thing. I don't really have a piece.
You was there. You was waiting. Come on.
I think that's what you thought I was doing. I was not waiting.
Sorry. My bad.
No. I mean, my only point was initially I think.
Oh, so you did have a point then.
Okay. Are
you?
you?
I'm joking. I want to wind.
What in the I want to tussle is going on right now?
He's being so antagonistic.
Yeah, he wants to spar. I don't know what is going on. Peace, brother.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Peace.
What is it how to make a debate? Talking about
it's been so long since I've had a good debate. It's been so long.
No, I actually see your point. I did think he was immature, and I think it's less about the gaming by itself, but it's the totality. It's like Luron's behavior. It just takes us into a mature space. But I get, not chastising him for taking a PTO day to do something that he wants to do because, in a lot of ways, and the chat said it, you said it, people do what they want to do. So video games may not be my thing to take a day off for, but I have something that I will take a day off for. So I understand that. And, I get the point. Let him be. But I do think he's immature, not just for the gaming, but just his whole persona, the way he carries himself is immature to me.
That aside, that's part I do agree with Siwe as well. That he had that, and yourself, he does have a childish persona. Can't lie to you. Aside the gaming aspect, he actually does have an immature, childish way of dealing with things, as we saw, and as you guys have pointed out for the last few weeks. I think Siwe was the first person to call it out as well. That he has this childish persona. I think he called it out before I did the interview, and then when he did the interview, it was like, yeah, as Siwe had said, he's got a childish, immature persona. So definitely, I agree with that 100%. Can't take that away from you guys. 100%, you guys are on point. So if you're watching this, Luron, they told you to stop being a childish individual. So it's not the gaming, it's your behavior, sir. Okay? Yeah. All right, cool. Any other points?
You know who he reminds me of?
Mm-hmm.
My good friend Ron. He reminds me of Ron so much. Luron.
Oh, of Ron. Please, we're trying to go back to Houston.
And I love Ron. No, Ron, I said my good friend.
I'm playing with you. I know. Go for it.
No, I just
no. Eric said, "Don't stop."
They just remind me of each other, like very lighthearted. Things aren't that serious. They both seem like they have a little bit of coin to their name. They just be trying to have a good time, Like they just he reminds me a lot of Ron. Like you can't really be mad at him for real because it's just not that serious. You don't see it, Sean? He just reminds me of Ron.
Maybe.
I do. I see what you're saying. After chilling with Luron, I love Ron. I get it. I see where you're going with the point. I actually do. Okay, let's I try to bring a little tussle. Y'all didn't tussle with me one bit. Let me go to
tussle with Jay. She's ready. Jay's go for it. Start something with her.
Jay already agreed with me, so I couldn't tussle with her, so there's no point.
Like, is it a new tussle? Because shoot, I was on his on the gamer.
It's not a new fight. It's tussle with Jay.
And Sean ain't tussled since in 2024, so he ain't tussling again. So he's given up his mantle of tussling. So he said he ain't tussling, so we can't tussle with Sean. I even tried to bait him into one.
You made him scrumptious, and now he doesn't want to tussle.
I know. I made him scrumptious that he would not.
Scrumptious, delectable.
After delectable, delicious, I gave him the triple D and he still didn't want to take it.
So he ain't trying to tussle with you because it's gonna look too tough. He ain't doing it.
Oh
He
my
ain't
God.
doing it. The delectable, delicious deacon.
Delicious.
Oh, he gone.
That's gonna be his new nickname. Triple D.
He even dropped off. He even
Triple D
dropped
is
off.
gonna be his new nickname.
Not
Triple
today.
D
not-
must be heavy D. Triple D.
Sean's name is about to be spelled like this now from now on. It's Sean.
Sean Triple D.
Sean.
They definitely gonna call me something. They're gonna put a negative connotation with my name. I probably earned it with my behavior. I can't lie to you. So to be fair, they wouldn't be remiss for saying it. Some at the puffy parties. No. That's a little bit too far for me. I was gonna say something. I said I would definitely need a pause. And let's talk obviously about the date between Alonzo and Patrice. They had a date. And Alonzo took out Patrice, and it looked healthy. I thought it was so nice of him to take her on a date, rent out the museum, which I'm sure he didn't pay for.
We need Aries to the front of the congregation. Aries, who is paying for these dates? Who's renting out these?
We downright know who paid for these dates.
But the confusing part is Patrice is like, oh my God, thank you for renting out the museum. So my question is, does Alonzo have to say, hey, Ready to Love, I want to rent out the museum and they're paying for it? Or like,
I wonder.
Like, why is she still impressed with his actions when she knows he didn't pay for it? Like, I'm confused. Like, legitimately.
Being on the production side of things, I'm guessing that they was going to rent it out for one of these dates and he got lucky. It was him because renting out a museum, you're going to have to put paperwork and all that stuff in at a certain time. So this was part of one of somebody's dates. He just happy to be the lucky one that get it.
Aries said they pay for parts of it. I was just wondering because she said like Chris paid for our date, but yeah, because the way she was impressed, I'm like, unless she's an Oscar award winning actress, like she was super impressed, like she didn't know that he didn't pay for it, like he didn't do it. That's why I'm asking, because she really seemed like, oh my God.
But even if he didn't pay for it, he orchestrated it. So maybe she was very impressed with just the nature of it.
Well, that's what I'm asking. Did he orchestrate it?
I'm sure it was his idea.
I guess. And I mean, I'm pretty sure he said, I want to go on a date of some sort. I want to do something nice.
And I said, no worries. We'll organize you the Parrot Museum for you, Alonzo. How would you like your candles? Straight.
It's like that season of Love It Blind when the air hanger was for the dude with no money. So there's that, you know what I'm saying? And not saying that Alonzo don't have no money because I don't know this man's pockets, but we knew how that went in Love Is Blind. That man could not afford to be renting out no hangers. Yet there it was. So
yes, let's enter into this with some good faith, you know? I know we see a lot of antics and nonsense and foolishness throughout the season, but let's just give Lonzo the benefit of the doubt and say he planned it out. Might not have paid for it, but he planned it out.
I think it was very nice of him, very sweet.
I think it was very nice of him and very sweet and much needed to show that he has somewhat of a serious side, somewhat of a thoughtful side, somewhat of a romantic side. My only thing is, just like on Love Is Blind, is production setting you up for things that you can't do in a real life. So, I mean, I know that they both know they're on a TV show and all this stuff, but chances of you renting out a museum in a real life to do all this, what are those? So sometimes it's like, let's put us on dates that is more realistic to myself. However, for Alonzo's case, skateboarding might not have been it for him because we'd have still been like, you are so unserious. So he kind of needed this date. And look, I liked it. Child, rent out a museum for me.
I mean, yeah, everyone wants a museum rented out for us, I would think. I mean, I thought it was a wonderful date. Patrice seems all in. I mean, their vibe, you can't overlook it. I think they're the only ones that'll probably make it out this season. They seem legit. So I mean, shout out to them for that. But you also can't gauge the seriousness of someone without fully knowing what effort was put into this date that was so beautiful. I mean, it was a beautiful date. So I mean, sure, we could take it glass half full, give the benefit of the doubt, and assume that he playing part of it, then sure, that goes to his effort. But that's what I was asking. But I mean, taking that, it was a really nice date. So. Are y'all doing a mute challenge?
No,
Was
I'm doing
somebody
the look at
else supposed to say
Sean. I'm doing that
something?
look at Sean's challenge because it's like,
Oh, I said my part. I mean, I feel like it was, well orchestrated, and he took the feedback from, he did take the feedback from earlier where when they went on the X date, and Patrice says she wants him to be more intentional, more serious. And I think this is probably about the seriousness we're going to get from Alonzo. And so that's what he gave us. Then, towards the end, he had to be himself. Just like we said, we got to leave people room to be themselves. I think he's always going to be that. Getting down on the one knee and then talking about he's tying his shoe. So again, I think there's a lid for every pot. People say that's me, that's my expression. So he's a very unserious kind of person, and I think you have to be able to go with the flow and understand that if you're going to be able to be with him. I don't think he's going to be anything different than that. Just like he doubled down and created that game of cards around choked and smacked. You know what I mean? So I think that's just who he is. And he needs somebody like there's always that person, that will laugh at his corny jokes and think he's humorous. I don't know if it's Patrice. I really don't know, because I think Patrice wants a little more seriousness. Like, she has the bandwidth probably to tolerate him a little bit more than the average woman on the show. But I don't know if she wants him long term. I don't know if I believe that.
Why did he send that the date thing to Vanessa? You think he was just proud of what he did?
At first I thought it was, he was excited and proud or whatever. But then with the whole, he seemed like he was making it to make her jealous at the end. Was like, what is that about?
I was confused.
Because, boy, you ain't about to be written at no daggone museums for nobody else. So don't make that face, Sean. You just made a face and made me laugh. I'm sorry, don't make that face.
Oh, what? I wasn't even being intentionally funny.
Oh, that was another point I was going to make, though. I mean, most of us women like a man that can make us laugh. That's a fact. And I like a good sexual innuendo. Y'all know me. But their whole conversation through this whole museum was that. It was like, bro, can you just not try to relate this to sex somehow? Or like not be unserious for just a hot second, a little bit. So, sometimes it gets on my nerves. Like, I like to laugh. I really like to laugh a lot. I probably joke. I'm probably one person that joke too daggone much when I'm probably not supposed to joke. If you give me the wrong look like Sean just gave me and stuff like that, I'm going to laugh, and it's not intentional. But sometimes I can see where Patrice is like, I just don't know when you're serious. And that becomes tiring. That comes
these comments.
That Bonnie.
I thought I was muted. These comments, y'all leave Alonzo alone. If I can't say I don't want to date video gamers, then y'all better take Lonzo and his bonnet, his socks, his dress shoes.
According that's to a little magic.
According to Kojo, you cannot judge at all. You have to accept
You
all.
can
things.
judge. You can
You need
judge.
to take the masculinity. How dare you guys judge his bonnet? You guys are in the wrong.
Child, not us both out in public with a bonnet on. Can y'all imagine it? That bonnet was crazy, though. I'm like, do you realize you're going to a pajama jammy, not to bed? Like, why you have the bonnet? Poor baby was tired. He don't know when he gonna get a nap. You gotta stay ready.
You guys not accepting men's in their bonnet is not allowing them to be who they are. You're basically saying that they're not masculine because they wear bonnets. How dare you?
That's right. Let them bonnet away.
Let them wear their bonnets. Don't ever minimize a man's experience and his expression.
Absolutely.
If he
Let
wants
him
to wear
bonnet
his
himself.
bonnet, wear his bonnet. He want to paint his nails, he can paint his nails. He want a nipple ring and a nose ring, he can wear
Come
that.
on.
He want to wear
Preach
a
it.
skirt or a kilt, he can do that. He want to wear some boots and
Preach.
some heels. You guys better
You are riding this thing to the
Baby,
you got off the
because
horse.
Andre
Speak life,
look good in that
life
damn
into that
kilt.
man. Speak life into that man. How dare you
And you
guys?
should marry that kind of man.
Marry that man. Don't ever minimize him,
Yes.
make him feel less
Get
than.
yourself a second
Don't ever
husband,
make him
CBT.
feel like he's not masculine. He want to wear matching bottoms with you. You better put on that bonnet with him. Don't let him stand
Come
alone
on.
in his masculinity.
Rabatosi
He needs to
kabaraha.
stand on that.
Aye.
Kojo, don't
wear
you
that
My
forsake
God.
the name of the Lord with this
You ain't
nonsense.
God. How dare you
Yeah,
judge?
bro.
How
Potosi.
dare you make a
Aish.
decision about you wanting to marry a man who wearing a bonnet? How dare y'all?
There's a shaking happening in the atmosphere. Bonnets are falling on
And
head
if he
tops.
want to play video games for 7 days straight with his bonnet, how dare he? He paying the bills. He could play his video games for 7 days straight with his bonnet and his toes painted up. You better go
Come
get
on.
him a drink and some food with his bonnet on,
You better get in the kitchen while you're there too. Mhm.
and
Got
get in the
one on.
kitchen.
Yeah, cook him up some food right in there. Yeah, that's
Amen.
right.
Amen, sister.
Mhm.
Amen.
There you go. How dare
What a
y'all?
preaching. What a preaching.
Yeah, the bang did get on my nerves though. I'm
The
not gonna
bang.
hold you. That bang. Somebody put it in the chat. I showed it. That bang. There you go. That bang pissed me the hell off. I was like, why? He up here looking like old girl Yaya DaCosta. You know I love me some Yaya when she does her bang. I mean, does her locks nicely. It's like, why you got a bang going on? Aggravated me.
You see, I had to do mine without the bang, similar to wrap it up, the high ponytail. Baby, that ponytail was given though. It was giving a little Chloe Bailey, baby. Okay.
Yeah, that's a better one than Yaya. Chloe Bailey. Yeah, she'd be doing beautiful things with her locks.
Where is Mike TV when you need that song? Not the bang.
Thank you, Under the Olive Branches. Thank you.
Amen. She done donated to the sermon that Seaway gave.
Right. Y'all should have cashed. I ain't got cash out
for sure. Listen, it be like that.
Surviving Alonzo's locks.
I was so dumb.
I got another sermon for y'all anytime y'all need it. Next time Kojo or these men, they said that we are not appreciating these men masculinity. Just let me know.
You gotta appreciate our masculinity. Okay,
You know,
guys?
Seaway is
All
that
right.
wife. She can never be wrong about something because she is going to she's gonna
Drag it to
you to high
filth.
hills. She's
But
gonna
I
drag
love
you to high hills.
it because we could go.
No,
Like,
you
go
can
Power
never-
Rangers.
You can never win with her. So it's better to not even tussle.
Mighty Morphin, let's go. I'm ready to go always, baby. I'm ready to go. Let's go. Let's go. I'm ready to transform when you're ready, baby. Okay? Call me childish. I'm ready to go. What you talking about? No. Any other thoughts on the bang? Oh, stop that. Let's start with that. See, you guys got me stopping saying that. Any other thoughts on the Alonzo Patrice situation?
Not y'all love a man with a kilt. I will say
Andre 3000, baby, was fine in that.
Andre 3000 rocked that kilt, and Russell Westbrook, he rocked a
Was he
kilt.
masculine?
Mhm.
And you
They are.
enjoyed that.
Mhm. They did a kilt. They did a
Now,
kilt.
I'll give Russell the ankles out, but the kilt.
I was just
You
waiting
didn't
for the
like it with
sermon
that
by
kilt?
Seaway.
You didn't like his kilt? It was
No.
okay.
It's probably because he had the rest of the outfit on. See, Andre gave me chest with the kilt, so I was like, okay, see.
Yeah, I mean, it takes a certain man to rock that kilt. It does. Not everybody got the legs for it. You got to oil up them legs. Can't have no hairy
Okay,
legs.
now we're going down the road.
I'm just saying, if you gonna rock the
You are
kilt,
spiraling, baby.
Look at your face again. You over here having to be a Cooper. You got to oil up them legs.
It's the way you were so nonchalant about it. You gotta oil them legs.
You
just
do.
gotta,
You cannot be looking like Joanna Man in the kilt. You got to make it right.
Yeah, don't have them ankles ashy now.
Yeah.
Oil up them legs.
Make sure the tan is even.
Okay, the moderately hairy legs. Yeah, maybe moderate. You can't. They can't be like Wolfgang. You can't.
Oh, that horse is long. That horse is long gone, Tina, baby. That horse left her last episode. It's a dead horse at this point.
That's the horse dead. Animal abuse. Repeat that. Not when wrong. Love a man with a pretty leg. Now we emasculating the men. Now that's gonna be the next charge.
Yeah, baby, don't let them talk about them thighs, though. Shoot, but child, don't get them thighs popping.
Let the thighs.
With some thighs, some track thighs.
Let me just shout out to Aries. Sorry, because obviously I was in my rants. I didn't get to say thank you to Aries. Shout out with Aries hitting us with the 20 memberships. We gonna make sure we use this correctly. You know what I mean? We appreciate you. We appreciate you so much.
Here we go like that.
Thank you very much, Aries.
I just got what Rennet Rome said. Thanks to Aries. Sorry to distract you.
Wait, what?
She said leg singular.
Oh,
the
Deacon.
Third leg. That's what she's talking about.
Deacon.
I'm just clarifying what she meant.
Deacon.
And I can thank Aries.
Why was there no pause on that?
Because I'm telling what she said. I'm not saying anything.
Okay. You discussing another man's third leg. It's just kind of gay. You kind of discuss someone's third leg without a pause on there. It's kind of mad. I'm just saying. I mean, what scripture is that? I'm just wondering. What scripture is that? I'm just trying to ask. What scripture is that? I'm just asking. What scripture is the third leg in? I'm just wondering.
What scripture?
Yeah. What portion of scripture is that in? That you mentioned third legs. Deacon.
In Genesis, when Adam and Eve were exposed and naked. Hey.
Y'all just saying anything now.
I know you're not talking.
It's a gaslighting for me.
First lady with the y'all just saying anything.
Y'all just talking about anything now. Y'all just off on a tangent at this point.
Oh my gosh. Y'all just too much for me, man. I appreciate it. Shout out to Under the Olive Branches as well with the 20, baby. Yes, we love that. Listen, shout out to you guys.
Who wrote that song?
I think that was. Well, I don't know who wrote it. I just know it was Aaliyah who sang it. I don't know who wrote it.
Get off. Go to bed. Go to bed.
Yeah. Oh! I thought she was asking a genuine question. Sorry.
I'm sick of her. I'm really sick of her. Because until she tells me that was a complete joke to aggravate us, she's not coming back here.
It worked. Someone said it worked. You're done. You're done.
Oh my god. Y'all don't say R. Kelly. Y'all some trolls. I guess he did write it. He did technically write it. You're right.
I was like, I don't know who wrote it. It probably was R. Kelly, to be honest.
Yeah, I think R. Kelly did actually write that.
It was. Yeah, you probably did too.
I'm cracking up.
Yes. Final thoughts on this then. So obviously Dominique went at the end. Right person to go. Wrong person to go. Do you feel like Dominique was the right time, right person?
Wrong person in the elimination. Like, why was Alonzo in there?
Well, because he was hiring up museums, not for everybody else, but just for Alonzo.
Alonzo being there was so confusing. Luron should have been there with Alonzo, with Dominique. I was confused.
Somebody clearly fighting for Luron. Someone's probably fighting. He's got Mika as a friend, and he's got
no, Mika put him in. Mika put in her bottom. Mika was like,
oh,
that.
Did she? Mm-hmm. Oh, did she put him in the bottom on a thingy? Oh, so I wonder how he survived. Oh.
They want to be entertained.
I guess because they also got to go to the house in it as well. They got to go to the house, so I guess they wanted to keep Alonzo here in Luron because they've got connections in it, whereas Dominique hasn't really got a connection. That's probably why Dominique went in the end, because he hasn't really got a strong connection. But it could have been interesting to see him and Chaz with Vanessa, but I guess, yeah, I don't know. That was unfortunate.
But I think going back to the original argument, well, not the original argument, but around the whole immature thing, I think most of the ladies see Alonzo as being very immature. So that's why he wound up there along with Dominique, who was invisible according to Maya.
But my thing is, he got a strong, consistent person campaigning for him. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, they did the same thing. This is the only problem with this show where it gets into the game aspect a little too much. They did the same thing with Camille and Cornelius. You know what I'm saying? They basically locked in, and that was that same thing Zadia was telling Cornelius, you're not dating anybody, you're not going anywhere with anybody and all this stuff like that. But then y'all want to be messy because Vanessa is definitely trying to get messy in some moments and stuff. So it's like, if he dates somebody else and don't mention what he's doing for his main one, then it's messy. And we start looking at him like Chaz and Luron and all these people that just run around saying anything to anybody. But he's being actually intentional with this one person, and you want to vote him off for doing that. That's the craziest to me. Or at least put him in the bottom for being intentional.
Kojo and Jay, with your dark arts dissection, what did y'all think that was some form of dark arts of Alonzo giving that date idea to Vanessa?
I thought it was foolishness. At first, I thought it was just like, oh, he really likes Patrice, but when I go back and listen to it, you just trying to make her mad or jealous or whatever. That was just foolish. If that's how it came across to her, and that shows that your jokeful side needs to be contained.
I didn't see what he did. What he do?
You didn't see the scene where he showed Vanessa the date that he did with Patrice. Like, he told her, I don't know if he showed her pictures of what he did or whatever, but he basically gave her all the details of his date with Patrice.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. He was probably just trying to show off in it. You know what I mean? Show off a little bit. Probably felt gassed about the kind of date that he did. Do you know what I mean? But it could have been an innocent thing as well. And his immaturity might have been that he might have shown her to her and not realize it, forgetting that it's a game show. You know what I mean? And this is gonna potentially could backfire on him as well. So
I also think he friend zoned her. So that's probably why he shared that a bit of information. Like, you know what I'm saying? I've been coming to you all this time as a friend. Why would I stop now?
Oh, Aries said it. Oh, he was texting her trying to show he could be serious.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. I hear it.
I said we can't take you for serious for doing that either. So there's that.
That's true. I mean, well, you know, Patrice loves it, so she ain't mad at it. She wanna make a nigga marry me.
Well, I hear you with it, Rome. She friends on the first episode, but now she's looking for some candidates because Chaz is all over the goddamn and she lost down. So all her people gone.
Make a nigga marry me. We're done. 2 hours have passed and we have passed our time. So delicious, delectable Deacon, could you give us the benediction?
Just call him Triple D. Triple D.
Triple D gonna get a restraining order against you.
Honestly, He's looking at me like he gonna delete all my videos.
Yep. Don't worry. Keep it up. Don't matter.
Don't worry about that.
You're going to do one of your little
This one will
lives.
never be published.
This going to be
You'll cut
one
it.
that you all prepared for. The one you got all your little notes together for.
Delete.
Talk to yourself.
It's gonna be reported to YouTube. Harassment. And then
Then I'm gonna reach out to Simone to sue you for a hostile work environment, hostile non-work environment.
Harassment
harassment at the workplace.
I'll have C-Wade and Jay as my co-defendants. I'll manufacture some receipts.
Okay, recent
You don't need to. You don't need to. It'll be right there.
All right, it's all evidence.
Evidence writes itself.
Oh, and then the pictures I got from the
Timestamps.
vacations. Oh, I got some pictures too.
Yeah.
Keep it up.
I got your number.
That's it.
Well, that took an unexpected turn.
It really did.
Oh, did it, Jay? Did it, Jay? So people were taking unexpected turns on that trip, I tell you.
My name is Bennett, and I ain't in it.
Taking unexpected turns everywhere, baby. Wherever the river runs to.
Oh, good times.
Floating around like a butterfly
Can't wait
off
for
the
the holiday
fields.
this year. I cannot wait for the holiday this year. It's going to be so fun.
Are we down to the benediction section yet, or what?
We are indeed.
Yes,
We
yes,
are
Sean,
indeed.
carry on.
Before some of us say something we shouldn't say.
They said surviving Kojo.
At this point,
Hey, Kojo,
they'll
you
be-
need to do a
Yeah.
video on whether Charlamagne was wrong for saying that Risa Tisa had a big back. I really want to know.
why did he say that? Why did he say that? Because he's stating the obvious, and there's no need to.
He said it was big back behavior.
rude.
He didn't say
Yeah, that's
he
supposed to
didn't
be
say-
more.
Technically, he didn't
Had a
know
big
she had a
back.
big back. He didn't even know she had a big back.
You really think he didn't know? When in Rome, that is sacrilegious.
So sorry. Oh. That is-
Got the big
Oh,
Shirley.
Jesus, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I know this is gonna take some points off my scoreboard in heaven, but please forgive me.
Listen, we all have fallen short of the glory of God.
We really.
you know?
Some of us have not fallen short, but I hear what you say. Go for it, Cap.
Yeah, so I think we have more fun on the live than the episode warranted, but that's all good. So what are our takeaways? Our takeaways are, let's judge not lest they be judged when it comes to your free time. I even learned a little lesson. What may work for you may not work for me. So be open to your partner's hobbies and don't judge them for it, as long as it's done in good reason and in good measure and doesn't forsake the relationship. So I think that was a big lesson that we learned. We also learned, hey, listen, don't show all your cards. So Alonzo, we know you were trying to show her you could be serious, but you don't need to show a woman what you've done for another to impress her. Impress her with you, not with someone else. And other than that, I think that's all I got. So back to you, Coach.
That was short and sweet. All right, thank you very much, Sean, for that. Thank you, Jay and Siwe, for joining us. Listen, listen, audience members, it's a blessing to have you guys. We had you guys almost 500 strong today as well. And it was, we like to have fun, okay, as well. We like to have fun on these panels. I promise you we are all saved and sanctified, but it's just sometimes you like to have a bit of fun on these channels, okay? All right. But listen, make sure if you haven't done so, you've liked, you shared, you subscribed. Shout out to the sponsors of the show today: Aries, Feel Good, Jay, Seaway. Shout out to you guys actually sponsoring the show. Under the olive branches too. Thank you very much, African Aztan, for donating too. It really does mean a lot as well when you guys do, especially with the memberships. It means other people can get access to the great content as well. So thank you very much as well for that as well. We'll be seeing you again very, very soon. Lovers Blind's back on Wednesday, so whoo, that end of that week is gonna be a crazy week. Okay, that Wednesday, Thursday, Friday gonna be crazy because we're gonna do it. And I think Jay, are you doing Love and Marriage DC this week as well?
Yeah, we need to get back on that. Well, we got Monday open, so we can do it Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we got both last 2 episodes, tonight's episode and last week's.
The week before.
Mhm.
Okay, so Jay's doing a double header on Monday as well. So she'll be doing this week and next week, this week's episode and last week's episode. So if you guys haven't already subscribed to her channel, please do subscribe to Jay's channel. Another Round, I'll put it in the chat, and please subscribe to her channel. Like I said, we are a great team here, and I always want to encourage other people in the great work they're doing. I'm sure we'll have Deacon Sean in that space soon. Once he starts playing, okay, he's gonna be there too.
Maths, which is our stepchild.
That stepchild is so annoying right now. Yes,
Well,
I will
well,
get
what
on.
about
We
you?
have double header
What
on
about your
Thursday.
foster child? Because you didn't finish on your own Love is Blind. You didn't even get your episode 11 or open. No, you didn't get the open panel. That's what you.
No, I didn't get the open panel. Yes. So this Friday we can do. I'll finish. Oh wait. Let me hold on now. What are we on this Friday? The 8th. Yeah. Friday we should do it. Yeah, Friday should do it. And then we can do it. We can do it 11 and 12. And is it 11, 12? Is it 12 episode that's released now? The last episode is it? Or is it
on Wednesday? On Wednesday it'll be the 12th.
Okay, so 12. We can do 11 or 12 episode. Open it up for you guys to be in there as well. So again, please do subscribe to Another Round, her YouTube as well. If you don't know, Seaway's also on TikTok. It is As Told by Seaway. So if you don't already have her on TikTok, please subscribe to her Tickety Talk. Okay, all right. As Told by Seaway. Okay, she also does great reviews on Love is Blind, and she gets to say people are childish and sassy over there for free without me stopping her from saying what she's saying. So unfiltered, unadulterated, she gonna say what she like. Okay, make sure you do follow her on there. She has some great work as well, some great videos on there as well. I do be laughing when I watch your videos. So listen, audience, thank you again so much. You can follow Sean also on IG. We're going to change his name to Triple D from now on. But we're going to make sure you guys follow him over there. Do you know what the best part is? That Sean won't tussle. So whatever you say to him, he ain't tussling. That's the best part. He ain't going to say nothing. We appreciate it. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe. Click on that bear. Whoa, I was going to say, let's click on that Benedict. Whoa. Whoa. I don't know what's going on. Whoa. God forgive me. Listen, audience members. That's why you can't play too much. You're going to end up getting caught up. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe. Click on the bell button for notification of the uploads. We appreciate y'all. And we will see you again next Saturday for Ready to Love. And during the week, Jay will be doing her Love and Marriage as well, DC. And on Wednesday, we'll do Love is Blind as well. Remember, that will be a membership only as well. On
Does it drop Tuesday night? Is it dropping like Tuesday at midnight? Is that how it goes?
Did it drop last night Tuesday at midnight?
It drops midnight my time, so it's 2 for you, 3 for the East Coast.
Okay, so which means it's 8 o'clock in the morning for me. I think it is for me then. Okay, so we'll be there. Okay, we'll be there. All right, guys,
Get out of here. Get out of here, man.
That's right. We gotta get